We interrupt our program to bring you a special broadcast.
Hey, boys.
I felt like it was going to be like an actual like national security threat.
Nope. No.
No?
No.
Well, it is. It's an international security threat, but...
Yeah. So, boys, today we have an interesting podcast for you today. We're going to be talking about sports. Mm-hmm. We're going to be talking about what's going on in the news. And basically what's going on in our lives.
Yeah. A lot of weird shit going on right now.
Like what?
It's a weird time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll talk, we have a podcast, so we'll talk about it during it.
Okay.
Boys, you can find us on all forms of social media still. We'll try to make you laugh during your homemade self-quarantines.
Okay.
We're at Wine Boys Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Haven't been posting a lot recently. Couple things going on. Mm-hmm. Gonna have to tune that up a little bit. We're on the YouTube. Full episodes on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, all of that. You know, all the stuff you do for the podcast that you like. If you think we deserve it, give us a like, give us a subscription. Tell the boys you love them.
Yeah.
I'm at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter. Homebound. So I'm going to be tweeting a good bit.
Okay.
That's no comedy dates at all because everybody's closed.
What,
so,
it's Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the season.
All right, boys. Christmas in March. So, boys, you can find me on the Instagrams, on the Twitters at Lord Gerald. Tonight, we are going to be drinking a lovely Pinot Noir, accented with a wonderful Mexican Pale Ale. Boys, we love you. But do you love us?
Love me. Love me.
Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. Hey, boys.
Hi.
Casa del Boys.
Casa de la Boys.
Recording live from the Boys Bunker.
In quarantine. Day 2 of my captivity.
Dun dun.
Dun, boom, boom, boom. I don't know why Law and Order. I did watch. So today was my first day of homebound quarantine. Mm-hmm. Now, people throw out the word quarantine so willy-nilly nowadays.
Yeah, because now you're thinking like, oh, you're really in quarantine. Like,
you're not.
No,
I'm at your house right now. I drove here.
Yeah, like you're not.
I'm not.
Ordered.
I'm not
to
ordered.
Be anywhere.
And until I am, I will continue to move around. However, I'm approaching with caution, like everybody should.
Yeah,
boys, take it seriously.
Yes.
Just don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Okay?
Wash your fucking hands.
Wash your hands. I gotta tell you, I never knew how much I liked washing my hands until I've done it way too much recently. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Oh, my skin is dry.
My hands look like the Mojave. Yeah.
Raw.
My hands are burnt.
Yeah.
But just like playing with the soap and just like singing Happy Birthday twice.
Uh-huh.
It's honestly therapeutic. Especially after you take a ripe dump, like it's like the first poop of the morning, like this morning, when I knew I had 2 things on my mind. I had to get up early. I had to watch my girlfriend's niece this morning, which was not ideal, but you got to do what you got to do.
It is what it is.
So I had to get up early, and you have one of those first morning dewy dumps. Mm-hmm.
The morning dew.
It was dewy. My stomach was grumbly that night, and I was like, I just knew I was going to take. It was going to be a fucking,
the wine.
Both
the wine. But you got this first morning dump.
Yeah, and just the hand wash afterwards. I think I want a smooth 30 seconds,
wow.
Like sitting there, just being like.
So you're looking for extra credit at this point. You're going overtime.
I was looking in the crevices.
I like it. I like it. Boys, tonight we have a fine Pinot Noir, and it is called Root Cause. It's a vintage 2017, comes from California, and it says Root Cause is defined as the fundamental reason for the occurrence of an event. In our case, we take this quite literally. Thanks to the diverse soil, coastal influences, and California sunshine, our vines thrive and our roots run deep. This results in well-structured yet expressive wines. Good roots, good wines, good times. Alcohol by volume 13.5%. Oh, and it contains sulfites, in case you're wondering. Yeah.
That means they put it through the ringer.
Yep. All right, boys. So, I don't know why, but you talking about washing your hands actually brought up a memory from high school.
Oh, boy.
Andrew, if you're listening, I love you. So
please call us back.
Please call me back. So I remember I actually went to the bathroom one day in high school, and you remember how our high school bathrooms are set up where the sinks are actually in the hallway.
Yes.
So like the bathroom is like
I like it was so weird to me because I only saw that in like I think I saw it in a mall once, and I was like, oh, that's a novel concept. And then I go into like, high school, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Why are the sinks outside?
Yeah. So anyway,
we're bringing the dirty out here. Like
anyway, remember those random times where like you'd run into one of your friends because both of you are in like the middle of class going to the bathroom at the same time? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is one of those times. Both go to the bathroom at the same time. I walk in the hall. Andrew walks out first, and then I'm like, and I see him just like walking right past the sinks, didn't wash his hands. And I was like, you don't wash your fucking hands, bro? That's nasty. And then he was just like, oh, what the fuck? He gets a little frazzled sometimes. And then he just goes, angrily washes his hands, and then like stomps back to class. I don't know why I just thought about that.
Well, it's a really good segue into wash your fucking hands.
Yeah.
Although the illness is airborne.
Yes.
You can basically breathing it in. So a good hand wash will never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I'm also now nervous about filling my gas tank. Like I'm gonna take that shit down to E, and then I have to find I'm gonna have to wear gloves.
Before you get too nervous, let's pop.
I'm already nervous. Can't you tell?
Very. I see.
Can you feel the anxiety?
There you go. Ooh, she's a squirter. All right.
Yeah. Speaking of fucking stuck at home for 3 weeks or however long it's going to be. Jesus.
My wife is.
Copious amounts of pornography.
Jesus.
I'm gonna stumble upon genres I never expected to.
I want you.
It's gonna get to the point where extraterrestrial porn is gonna be like my first base.
Listen,
smells
I know
nice.
we.
It smells good.
It smells good. I know we talk a lot about the carnal arts on this podcast. I want you to conceive a child, a Corona baby, if you will.
Corona baby.
Yes, we'll call them that way. And I read this online somewhere. This child, when she is 13 years old, we can call her one of the quarantines.
I think, there's a few. The quarantines.
Yeah.
The coronials.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
This is what I want from you.
It makes sense. I mean,
I want you to have a quarantine baby.
I don't know. We might get to that point where we're just
just like
this might do wonders.
I don't care if the cats is watching.
I don't give a fuck if they're watching now.
Fuck.
Sometimes they'll just be on the bed
during your bedroom gymnastics.
Yeah, and I'll make loving eye contact with them, and I'll be like, "You like what I'm doing to Mom right now? Watch me fuck this cat." Like,
let the boy watch.
There's our fat cat, Shadow. Uh-huh. Shadow's my man. He's a big fat plopper. Uh-huh. He won't move for dick, like nothing. Like, we're moving. The boat's going back and forth.
You're in the throes of passion,
and he is just like sitting there, and it's just like watching a fat cat just like riding a wave, and he's just not moving. He's just not moving, and we're just there. I recall this. There was one session where we got done, and he was in legitimately the same spot. And I go, how the fuck? Like nothing. And he's just like yawns.
Good show.
Good show.
Cheers.
Yes. Feed me some catnip. Ooh, that's a lot. Much lighter than I thought it was. Ooh,
That is, actually. That's pleasant.
This is what we need right now.
That is pleasant. This is exactly what we need right now.
Yeah.
Well, should we aerate this or get into the shit?
Let's get into the shit.
All right, let's chug that. Chug a lug. Well, now that that's done,
Should I talk about the wine? Maybe actually make this about the wine on the
let's make this
podcast.
about the wine. We got to stay on brand.
This is Root Cause from California. It's a Pinot Noir. It's an 88-point wine. You're going to get very light, smooth, dry, and acidic notes, which is, I'd say, pretty on brand. All right. What people are tasting. Now, this one, I'm actually taken aback by a little bit. Cherry.
Okay.
I got a little cherry.
Plum.
Vanilla.
Okay.
You get earthy notes. Mm-hmm. Mushroom. Mushroom.
Can't say I've ever heard that before.
Yep. I get the cherry, I get the tartness, I get the light kind of earthy bodiness. Vanilla, you get a little bit on the back end.
Sure.
I don't get do you get, hold on. Now I need to, you aerated it, let it dance a little bit.
Well, the question is, what does a mushroom taste like?
It's,
because in my experience, mushroom is about texture, and it really takes on whatever you season it with.
Yeah, so it depends on what dish.
That's almost like saying, oh yeah, I'm getting notes of tofu. It tastes like whatever you put on it, really.
True, but mushrooms have that. So are you familiar with the umami thing? Like that, what is it, the six sense? So is it smell, sight?
I've heard the word. I never actually knew what it was.
It's a Far Eastern thing.
How
it's
do you
umami.
spell umami?
I don't know how to spell umami.
I think it's O-O-M.
I don't know, but it's supposed to be like an alternate scent.
So it's O-O-M-O-M-M-Y, umami.
It's beyond taste and smell. It's kind of like the mushrooms, good ones, are usually described as that.
Okay.
They have this like umami flavor. I can't describe it. I don't know how to spell it either.
I'm just going to type it in phonetically. Usually Google has my back. Let's see. O-O-M-O-M-M-Y.
Umami. What pops up?
Umami.
Probably something you weren't expecting.
Umami. Hashtag umami on Twitter. Oh, it's U-M-A-M-I. Okay.
Umami. Yeah.
Umami definition. Okay. Category of taste and food besides sweet, sour, salty, and bitter.
Okay, so it's another taste. Mushrooms are usually truffles are usually get that too. So you get it's like that earthy, briny. Like
so
something.
It's best described as a savory or a meaty flavor. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which is mushrooms, really. I mean, they're savory. They got meaty bite to them. They got to chew.
Yeah, and it's a Japanese word that means a pleasant or savory taste. So are they saying that this is kind of a savory wine?
I would say so.
Yeah, I guess.
I do kind of, okay.
Yeah, I can see what they mean.
All right, I get it.
Which, mushrooms are kind of savory.
Yeah.
But even then, when I think of savory, I think
like
of
mushrooms?
like a good... I love mushrooms.
Okay, I do too.
But even then, I've always thought of mushrooms
we like weird shit though.
Yeah,
like,
but mushrooms aren't weird.
I think they're approachable. When people say they don't like olives, I don't trust those people. Like, like what's wrong with
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah,
really.
Now kimchi and like some of that other stuff, I get it.
Oh, I love me some kimchi, baby. I scramble that bitch up in some eggs. Good Jesus. But
I'll put it on anything.
Oh man, I'll put some kimchi on my dick. God damn.
I would. It would burn.
I want to fuck this kimchi. Wait. So
day 16 of my captivity, I fucked a bag of kimchi today.
I fucked a jar of kimchi.
Yeah.
Speaking of
made my own kimchi at home. Fucked it.
Speaking of food stuff though, I actually made my own cold brew.
Really?
Yeah, I got some upstairs in the fridge. You can try some before we go.
Is it a nitro?
No, it's not a nitro, but it's fucking strong.
So did you do hot coffee? Ran it through?
Nope.
No? Okay.
No. Cold brew it's got to be done. There are two ways you can do it.
It has to be brewed cold.
It has to be brewed completely cold.
Hence
so what
cold
I
brew.
did was I took a ratio of a cup and a half of coffee. I use Pete's. And then I did 6 cups of water. I put it in like a half-gallon mason jar. And then I let it sit in the fridge for, they say 12 to 24 hours. I did about 16 hours.
Yeah. Pete's is strong coffee.
It's strong.
I drink Pete's too. So,
okay, it's strong. Anyway, but yeah, the longer it sits, the stronger the roast gets. And what I didn't realize is that cold brew typically has a much stronger caffeine content.
Correct.
Because it's been sitting in the beans for, however long.
It's not like a fermentation thing, but it's just living. It's just kind of like living in there.
Yeah. So what you do though is after that time comes, you have to strain it all out. And then after that, like you're left with cold brew. Yeah. And it's good for about a week in the fridge. So I did it on Sunday, or was it Saturday? Sunday. And I've pretty much been drinking it all week. And Sunday morning I drank it and I just filled up like a glass, and I just drank the shit straight and I was just wired and I took 2 shits. So then I did a little research and it was like, yeah, most people when they make cold brew, they like dilute it. So what I did was I did 8 ounces and then I put like a big ice cube in it. So I'll do about 12 ounces, but I'll do 8 ounces of coffee to like 4 ounces of water.
That's good.
And it's very, very smooth. You don't get that acidity that you usually get with coffee.
Something about an acidic bite from coffee, though. I just like it. It's just,
But I drink it black, though, because, I'm a sociopath.
I drink black coffee also.
Yeah.
I also, if I'm going to put creamer in it, though, like I'm not going to I put almond milk or I'll put plant-based creamer. That's the kind of person I am. That's,
okay.
Yep, that's the...
But yeah, do you put any sugar in it or anything?
Nope.
No?
I haven't put sugar in coffee. The most sugar I've ever put in coffee is like I'll get like one of those like flavored like hazelnut like things. But like that's it.
Yeah, but I don't put anything in it.
No.
I just drink it au naturel. But also I'm sure adding sugar to things with your Crohn's is probably not the best
great.
idea.
Nothing's good.
Nothing's
good.
I mean, even a little bit of milk to like take that, like a little bit of almond milk to take the edge off.
Almond milk
like
is
the worst thing.
No, almond milk is fine. It's essentially almond juice. Like it's not even milk. Let's be honest. It is not.
It's not. It's just chalky.
That's
just why I call it milk.
Just chalky almond milk.
So I make my own cold brew now. Does that make me like super millennial?
Yeah, it does. The only thing that would make it better is if you did a YouTube tutorial
on how to
make it.
Now I learned how to do it by watching a YouTube tutorial.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But if you did your own and then you just added like your own little like nuances to it, which is like I usually do this, but today I'm going to do this. And it's like, oh, look at this, he's a wild man.
Yeah. And the guy I watched on YouTube showed me how like I subscribed to him. And he has a whole bunch of like helpful videos. Is
this the guy that the one time that you showed me that was like steeping tea?
It might have been.
I don't know.
This guy made his own Did he have long hair?
No, he didn't show his face. It was just all voiceover. So
that might have been Binging with Babish.
It might have been. I didn't like him because it was almost too cool. Like he was just like, I typically will do a 1 inch to quarter inch grind or something like that. I was like, fuck,
different guy.
Fuck this guy.
That guy was Huga. And all his videos are about his lifestyle.
Cool.
So like he's like a tech bro that like works in San Francisco.
Oh, he's getting coronavirus.
Yeah, but
he's at ground zero.
Yeah, but all of his videos are like, I've really perfected the pour over method for my coffee. I grind my beans.
Yep, that's him.
Like that guy. Or like, you know, the perfect casual sports watch is definitely the Rolex Daytona reference number ba 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 ba. Which, by the way, YouTube speaks to my soul. And I think it does for everybody.
In their own special way. Like everybody's YouTube algorithm.
Oh, yeah. Mine is like watch videos, car videos, cooking videos, and like...
I used to be really into cooking channels.
Okay.
So like back in the day, I was really into... what the hell was it called? I'm blanking on what it's called. It was that super popular cooking show with the big Canadian guy. Fucking
Epic Meal Time.
Epic Meal Time.
Yeah, but that's like college-y. My shit
I love that
you guys
shit.
want to make kimchi? Like that's the shit I watch.
The maturation, like if you look at my Netflix right now, I'm watching like Ugly Delicious.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Ronnie Chang, man, I love him.
Yeah.
He is so great on Twitter. I don't know if you follow him on Twitter.
I don't follow
he
him
is
on Twitter.
Phenomenal because he's vulgar.
Isn't it David Chang?
David Chang. Ronnie.
Yeah.
Who's Ronnie Chang? Ronnie Chang's the comedian.
Yeah. Yeah, David Chang. And
I get my Changs mixed up.
you got to sort out those Changs, bro.
Yep.
Fucking racist. Okay.
I'm
But yeah,
sorry.
no, his show is really good.
Yeah, like Ugly Delicious. Did you watch Breakfast, Lunch, Dinner on Netflix? It's his like spin-off show.
No.
It's basically I think it's just 4 episodes. He basically hangs out with a celebrity and they just go around the person's town or like a place they want to go. First episode with Seth Rogen and they go back to Vancouver and they literally just smoke. They
that sounds very accurate.
Smoke really high grade weed from California
that Seth Rogen probably made in his own dispensary.
And then they just go to like these really happening Vancouver spots.
Yeah.
And he's just like, wow, I didn't realize how good the food is in Vancouver. And Seth Rogen's like, yeah, man, it's fucking great.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah. And his his raspy like Kermit the Frog meets like Spicoli voice. Yeah, I at first I didn't get the allure of Seth Rogen. When I first saw him, I was like, why is he in all these movies?
Yeah.
And now over the years, I was like, I just like him. Like that's why he's in all this shit.
I think what happened was
he's just a very likable guy.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. That's why he kept getting work is because people just like him.
Yeah, he just walks in the room and he's like, okay.
Like he smells like high grade marijuana and like an exquisite cologne, and then and then he like brings food and he
but he
laughs
also
a lot. And
but
people
also
like to be
has
around him.
his shit together. Like it's just like that's the thing. He gives potheads like the name they've always wanted.
Yeah, he's just a chill guy, but he works hard.
Yeah, but the thing is though is that he even says it in the episode, and I find it funny because they're like. So it's David Chang, and he's like about to like start the episode, and he's just like, I'm hanging out with Seth Rogen today. I know I'm going to smoke weed. I don't smoke a lot of weed. I'm a little nervous about this.
Yeah.
So he pulls up. They go to like this park, and he fucking rolls up. The joints are. He's got pre-rolls, and he's just like,
he's just ready to go.
Yeah, he's just ready to go.
Yeah.
And it's just like he goes. So you're just like just like kind of like he goes. And he goes. I just basically just took like my 2 favorite things, which is like writing jokes and smoking pot, and just put them together, and they made it productive.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what I do. He goes, I'm in my office. I have my computer up. This is the fucking idea for Sausage Party. We're going back and forth, me and Evan. We're talking about a stupid movie. We're smoking. I'm typing it as we're talking about it. Lo and behold, we read 180 pages and there it is.
He's like, that's it?
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. It's conceptually, it's just,
Yeah.
when you have the time to like let your creative juices really flow, it's amazing what it does.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
Well, even then, I have so many ideas of things I want to do in the very little spare time I have based off of my YouTube algorithm.
a lot of
At this point, I'm like, I think I'm going to start modding Seiko watches. Like
you should see yours and mine are such like juxtapositions because
yours is probably mostly wrestling videos.
It's not even wrestling videos. It's like fucking wrestling promos.
Okay.
I like the pageantry of wrestling more than anything. I like the wrestling. I like the wrestling matches. I like talking to my friends like, oh, did you see what he did here and all that. The pageant, the stuff leading up to it. I love I don't even like the payoff. I like the stuff leading up to it. I love being just like aroused by the excitement.
Yeah.
Like I'm just not like, oh, when it ends, it's gonna suck. Like that's how I feel about it. The build. The build is what I like.
Okay. Well, mine is like, I like watches. Most people do.
I'm not a...
Most people do.
I'm not a big watch guy. I mean, I wear them, but I'm not like, I know what this model watch is.
Okay,
and
so my wife got me a Seiko Sea Urchin. Reference number, it's SNVF 17 for our wedding, right? Which is not a super expensive watch, but that's the one I wanted.
It's a nice watch.
It's a nice watch. That's the one I wanted. So, but at this point, I wear it pretty often. So, like, I noticed... Like,
I'm actually looking at it because I was like, I almost see it, and I noticed it's, like, not on you right now.
Yeah,
I see it so often.
I actually forgot to wear a watch today, and I felt naked. Someone actually asked me for the time, and I was like, oh, and then pulled up my phone. There was, like, a little bit of panic, and then I pulled up my phone. Okay, so anyway, I decided, all right, this is something that, like, my wife got it for me for a wedding day. We got she got it engraved. It's special.
Yeah.
So
it
I'm like, but at
signifies
this
a very
point,
special time in your life.
I wear it pretty often because that the bezel is like starting to chip a little bit and like get scratched. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to keep wearing it all the time, but I actually want to kind of bring it back. So I'm like, well, I start doing research and I'm like, well, these watches are mostly made with aluminum bezel inserts. And I'm like doing some research. I'm like, okay, so I can replace the aluminum bezel insert with a ceramic one. But then at that point, you know,
And then you're rabbit holing
Seiko's
at that
come,
point.
yeah, Seiko's come with a Hardlix crystal. Okay, I can switch that out for a sapphire crystal, but why don't I get one with the blue AR tent that's domed? So then I'm like, but I'm not going to do all of this.
You just said a language I've never heard before.
Yeah. But then I'm like, well, I don't want to do that on this watch because it's going to be my first time doing it. And if I fuck it up, I don't want to fuck up
So
this watch
badly, yeah.
that's actually means something. So why don't I buy another watch, but it's actually a more expensive watch, but I want it, and financially we're in a different place than we were like a few years ago. So why don't I buy a Seiko reference number SKX009? It's the one with the Pepsi dial, and it's actually a little better of a watch. I'm going to do all those mods to that watch so I don't fuck up the other watch, and then I'll do the mods to the other watch that actually means something. So now I'm spending like all of this money in my mind, and one day I'm just going to fucking do it.
And then one day I'm just gonna do it.
And you'll just see me down here, and I'll just be like tinkering away, toiling,
Nah, but
probably on like a single dad weekend, like just to pass the time. Next thing you know, Gerald, when did you get into horology? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're gonna start a whole YouTube series about it, and I'm just like,
I'm telling you, dude. One point, I'm gonna buy a Rolex.
I mean, I think once you gotta do it once.
I've got in my mind, I've got Grails. So like, and they go up the price ladder. Mm-hmm. So the first one is an Omega Speedmaster.
I actually know that watch, and I've always wanted one.
The one that went to the moon.
Yes, the one that went to the moon.
Next, Rolex Milgauss. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's the one with like kind of the green around the edge. You seen it?
Yes, I have seen it.
Fun fact, the green. I don't know why I'm noiding out so hard on watches right now.
I mean, do it.
Fun fact, the
We could
green
talk
around
about
the edge.
could just be talking about coronavirus.
We're
but-
getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Fun fact, the green around the edge is not actually painted green. It's actually the color of the glass.
Huh.
Yeah, that's actually the tinting on the glass. And the reason why they did that was because that watch was designed specifically for people that work with electromagnetic fields.
Oh,
The
really?
movement of the watch isn't affected by electromagnetic fields. So it'll still work.
What is okay for like in layman's terms? Like, what does that mean?
Electromagnetic field?
Basically, how does it operate?
From what I understand, because I did not rabbit hole with electromagnetic
Okay,
fields.
that's now. See,
You're trying to see how deep the
I
rabbit
do.
hole is. Okay.
You're teasing me with all of this this tech talk, and
Okay.
then it becomes tech talk that
I
turns
don't
into
want to
science.
say the wrong thing, but
I'm just very curious at how that works, because now you've piqued my interest.
Okay, an electromagnetic field is a field of force that consists of both electric and magnetic components resulting from the motion of an electric charge and containing a definite amount of electromagnetic energy.
Okay, so basically, it uses that to power it infinitely.
From what I understand.
and that's just how it is.
Yeah, from
No-
what I understand.
kind of no ifs, ands, or
And
buts.
it produces a certain amount of radiation.
Okay, so,
So-
you're wearing something mildly
Yeah.
radioactive.
Yes. So that electromagnetic frequency can stop a watch. Now we're not dealing with quartz movements here. We're dealing with automatic movements. So
You're starting to lose me.
okay.
Okay.
Watch movements 101.
I
I
get them, but
Okay.
yeah, the quartz thing. I always just see them on the watches. I go, oh, quartz. So that must
Yeah.
mean the movement of the watch.
Okay. For the boys at home. You have three different main types of. There's a distraction right now. You have three
Forget about reality.
Yeah. You have three main types of watch movements. You have quartz movements, which are basically battery powered. You have mechanical movements, which you have to wind them yourself,
Okay.
and then they run. And then you have automatic movements, which are self-winding. So there's a little thing inside of the watch that spins, and based on your movement. Like if you move your arm, it'll cause this thing to spin, and it winds up the spring inside the watch that allows it to keep going. Now, the reason why, which I specifically look for automatic movement watches because I'm a snob.
I don't know if you noticed, but I make my own cold brew coffee.
I make my own cold brew coffee. Of course, I'm a snob. So anyway, the thing about automatic movements is that majority of them are handmade. And that's what you see, all these little parts and components in there that go into making this watch, that something is so complex, but it doesn't need any sort of external power force like a battery or to be charged or anything like that. It's interesting.
It sounds interesting. It sounds like something I do definitely want to rabbit hole down at some point.
Yeah. Just get into watches, bro. Also, fun fact, whenever people talk about Rolexes and how Rolexes don't tick, they sweep. The reason why they sweep is because they have that automatic movement. So really, though, they are ticking, but they tick. Rolexes, I think, tick about 8 times per second. So it's the illusion that it's sweeping, when really it's just ticking really fast. So that's the more you know, boys.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, boys. I think we've ignored reality long enough.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Wait. You can't just... All right. What are we doing?
What are we doing
What
here?
are we do? What exactly? I just have a question. What's going on?
What's going on in the world?
What?
Now that we've talked about YouTube algorithms,
What?
Watch modifications.
I mean, what?
Horology.
Horology?
Horology. Study of time and watches. And
It's called horology?
horology, yes.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Nice.
And it's a study of whores.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah. We're gonna bust this hoe open, okay? So we have a fine Mexican pale lager tonight. Many people know it as Corona.
La Cerveza Más Fina, a very fine beer.
Yes. Ah, fuck. Ooh, nice and fresh. Remember that skunky smell of Corona? When's the last time you drank one?
God, I don't know.
Okay. When our friends got way too craft beery, I actually started switching back to like basic, like domestic lagers. Because it hit a critical mass for me. I think we discussed this before ad nauseum on one of our earlier episodes.
Yeah.
About how we saw like a baby at like some brewery. Some guy had an app. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And
some random guy was talking to me about a fucking app.
Yeah,
he was like, I've drank so many IPAs. I'm like, cool,
dude.
And he's talking to me like I'm just getting in the craft beer scene. Boy, I've been getting into this before you were still in Pampers. Like,
I don't like that. First of all, cheers.
Cheers.
Skinny long neck bottle.
Yep, let's do it. That's a familiar taste, isn't it?
Yep. Tastes like college.
Yes, it does.
It tastes like college on a good night.
Yeah.
Like when you were just like, let's spring for Corona tonight.
Yeah. We're going to spend $2 more.
Yeah.
We're going to get glass
How
bottles.
Stupid. I still do that today where I'm just like, what is $2 more on beer right now?
Saving your taste buds?
Yeah. Like I'm drinking like this Mexican piss water or I'm drinking like Canadian piss water. It's like, what is your choice?
Honestly, this Mexican piss water tastes better than the worst Canadian piss water. Well, I think what they do though is all those breweries have levels, like the national ones.
Yeah.
So like when you got who makes Keystone, by the way?
I think I just got a feeling that like just Anheuser-Busch makes everything. Like I've just gotten to that point.
Yeah.
Because I just go online, like, who makes this? Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah.
Like,
well, Keystone is like the water they scrape off the top of like Bud Light.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Siphon this.
There's no flavor
for
to
the
it.
college kids.
Yep.
Like,
and then Bud Light is a little better. And then you got like at the way bottom, the shit they scrape off the sides.
Yeah, it's like that's Natty Light.
Yeah, and you drink that shit though, and you're honestly like I remember being in college distinctly, about 5 to 6 Natty Lights deep, I'm ready to throw up. And it's not from drinking too much, it's the taste.
It's not great.
No, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And I'll take a sip and I'm like,
yeah, it's just like, wow.
Why am I forcing myself to do this? This tastes horrible.
Yeah.
But this doesn't make me do that.
Nope. It's like I said, it's
Inoffensive.
Inoffensive, tolerable.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very fine beer. La Cerveza Más Fina.
So, the reason why we're drinking Corona tonight, Corona Extra.
Spoiler alert. Let's talk about how extra Corona's being right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, bitch, you out of control.
Bitch, you crazy. All right. So she's claimed over 7,000 lives.
I believe so.
now.
100 in the U.S.
100 in the U.S. We're over 100,000 plus cases, 160,000 plus cases.
How many confirmed cases do we have in Onondaga County?
In our county,
Yeah.
2.
We have 2 cases in
There's
Onondaga
going to be
County.
more.
Absolutely. Well, that's the
there's-
big problem with Corona in the U.S. is,
High, densely
international-
populated areas.
yeah, for our international boys, we have a few, just geography of the country, we have a few very densely populated areas. Otherwise, pretty much everyone's spread out. But the big issue is not a lot of testing available.
Yeah, but now there has to be.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. It should have been available from the beginning.
Yeah, well,
You know, you look at how many people South Korea's tested
Yeah,
from
we're-
the beginning.
Bit of a reactionary country.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of trying to preach like being proactive in
Yeah,
most situations.
Should be.
Should be.
Should be.
Technically,
always.
like us doing this podcast, like next week, we might not be able
We
to.
might not know. We might be ordered to stay in our houses.
Yeah. I've been ordered. I haven't even been ordered. Like I made like the conscious decision, just like I'm staying home. Like I have a pre-existing condition. I'm what you consider to be the high risk group.
Yes.
I'm not 50 plus.
No,
But,
no.
I have a pre-existing condition which subdues my immune system. Thus, there's an opportunity for this virus to wreak havoc.
yes.
You know,
So yeah. And
do I get my flu shot? No, because I don't want anything else in my body. I got enough shit going on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Now, but we did talk about this disease last week.
we did.
And I believe what we said last week was, it's bad. Should you worry about it? Yeah.
Yes.
But should it be like the number one thing on your mind right now?
No.
No. Okay. At this point,
now it's becoming the number one thing in my. And now it really
it's high on the priority list.
it should be.
I'll put it. I don't shake hands with people anymore.
I can't.
Elbows, man.
Yeah, I'm
Bows.
I'm fine with that. Like when I don't even take offense to it. I shook a guy's hand last week and I fucking regret it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he's a nice guy. I still regret it.
I've been diligent about washing my hands.
I wash
Not
my
that I
hand-
wasn't before.
I know that's the thing is like now the people now that are habitual hand washers that you knew
Oh, they weren't washing those
you
hands.
like you look at them and you go, that guy never fucking washes his hands.
Yeah.
Like-
no, and even then, like, yeah, dude, I was like, or you might even ask the guy, like, hey, you wash your hands after going to the bathroom? And you might be out to eat with this guy
Yeah.
on a fucking lunch meeting at a fucking Red Robin or something. And he'll come out the bathroom. He'll like, no, I don't fucking wash my hands. Like, lick his fingers.
It's like,
And then, like, dip his hands in his
Yeah.
bottomless fries.
ugh.
Just keep going.
All that. See, that's the thing is like what coronavirus is going to teach me is how gross everything is.
Oh, everything is
Everything.
disgusting.
I like, and that's the thing is I got a pizza this weekend,
Uh-huh.
and like confession.
Okay.
I got a little high. I did. Got a little high,
Okay.
and it was late, and I was like, kind of want a Domino's pizza.
Wow.
Haven't had one in a while. Just
Yeah.
feeling it.
I'm trying to think of the last time I had Domino's pizza.
You know what? I had money in my pocket, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
I got enough money in my pocket to get a Domino's pizza. So I was like, so I got a Domino's pizza.
I want to say I was working at Radio Shack the last time I had a
Went-
Domino's pizza.
Picked it up. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The guy handed me the pizza. He did not have gloves on. Okay. And I
Okay,
said,
but there is a cardboard condom.
there is a cardboard
In
condom.
between.
Wait.
Okay.
But I was like, he handed me that, and I was like, hey, I don't mean to be like that guy.
Uh-huh.
I said, do you have gloves on when you made this? And he's like, I did. I go, okay. So I said, so you're changing gloves every order? He goes, yes, it's protocol, every order.
Yeah, yeah. Which
go-
I can
I
verify
go,
because I
okay.
did work in fast food.
I
It's a
said,
thing.
okay, that's fine.
That is a thing.
It's just when he handed it to me, I was like, I'm going to eat this. But I'm nervous. That's
Okay.
So when I got home, I was eating it, and I was like, it's good, but it's nerve-wracking. You should never feel anxiety when you eat. Anxiety is when you eat, it's supposed to be happy.
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, I'm eating, and this is great.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little apprehensive about ordering food that's delivered to me. Like even if I order
even
food,
in general,
like even before this, I am too weird about it.
I am too. It's not because of even like I have to pay extra for this guy to like bring me food.
It's the
changing hands thing.
Like I would much rather go there. I will go there and pick it up.
I'd rather like 2 hands or 4 hands. Like guy makes food, guy hands food to cashier, cashier hands food to me.
Right.
Okay, there's 2 transactions there.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. But now it's guy makes food, guy hands food to pimple-faced boy
delivery driver
who loses
the food, who may put his hand inside the box.
He might eat a fry or 2.
Yeah.
It's gonna sit on the front seat of his fucking, 2004 Honda Civic, and then
car is very on brand for the show.
Yeah, a 2004 Honda Civic, where it will bounce around. He might be listening to Lil Uzi Vert's new album slaps while driving to your house.
It is a slap. I have a theory about that phrase.
Yeah.
If let's just veer. The kids. Mm-hmm. The kids made up that phrase. Like the song slaps.
First of all, slaps have been around since we were in college.
Has it really though?
Yes.
I just feel like, I think it's making a comeback now.
No, it's been around. It's
Okay.
been around. It's kind of like when you hear rappers say no cap.
Which I love.
Okay.
Yeah.
No cap has been around since like the early 90s.
Yeah. I actually wrote this down because I was thinking about it.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I think kids today that say that something slaps or it hits differently are the kids in the 90s that were never hit as children.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they don't understand what being slapped or hit differently means.
I think you might. Do
you think I'm onto something?
No. I think you might understand, because if you listen to something really, really loud, and you listen to the way it just hits in the speakers,
this just
it's assaulting my eardrums. But I'm a glutton for punishment.
When an X song came on, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, man, this is making my speakers work hard right now to not explode.
It's working hard. It's sweating. This is aggressive.
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy's going to fuck me or we might fight. I don't know.
This
but
is
I'm
4
with
hours
it.
in the studio, fucking lean deep, lots of weed, like just like real.
I'm angry. I'm sweating. I'm a fucking stepdad.
Yeah. Johnny fucked up. It's like, oh shit.
Whoa.
I like this.
Sit in your hood, sipping tea. Like, whoa.
Jesus. George W. Bush right on her pussy. Like, all right, shit, I'm into this. Like,
I forgot how burpy beer makes me.
Yeah.
So burpy.
It makes me slutty. But so you're not a quarantine boy yet. I am.
No.
That's the other thing. It's the distinction of phrases. So social media, it just throws out so many things. I'm quarantining day 4. It's just like, bitch, you just got asked to stay home.
Yeah. You're not actually quarantined.
Yeah.
Quarantine
means you
are
got
forced to report.
You
somewhere.
got it.
Yeah.
And you got to hide.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to go somewhere. It'll be a government building or like a sanctioned hotel. Mm-hmm. You're going to stay in the same room.
You got no choice.
You have no choice.
You're check your temperature every 6 hours. You're basically in the hospital.
Have limited interaction with people in hazmat suits where they're going to scrub you in for surgery, help you clean out. Shouts out Fat Dave.
Shouts out Fat Dave.
and that's pretty much it. You stay in the room. You watch reruns of Golden Girls, and then you wait it out for a predetermined amount of time. But
Netflix is going to be pumping out some good shit, I got a feeling.
Absolutely.
They got no choice.
Oh, dude.
A lot of good comedy specials coming out. I'm excited.
Yeah. But I want to get into some of my favorite conspiracy theories surrounding coronavirus.
Are you going to start with the 5G one? Because that's the one that I actually kind of get.
Okay.
Because
that one's going to make us rabbit holes. So
okay.
I'm going to go with the first one.
Okay,
I'm going to another one first.
Because that one kind of makes sense.
Okay. The first one is black people are immune to coronavirus.
That one, when you said that to me, I go, facts.
Well, at that point, it was like, this was like a week ago.
I know. Until
then it was like,
very popular black people were just like, I have COVID.
Yeah.
Like when Idris Elba came out, I wanted to text you and be like, got you, bitch.
But at first it was like, yeah, black people are immune to this. We're not getting it. And at first it's like, well, I can't think of any black people that have died from it. But also it came from China, which 99.98% of the people in the country
I'm glad you had to throw in that 8.
Yeah, are Asian, are ethnically Chinese. Like, it's a very homogenous society. And then outside of that, the other place it's hit are like Europe. So I'm like, okay. But then I realized something. I'm about to say something real controversial here, but it's true.
Oh, okay.
Okay, due to disproportionate poverty, most black folks can't really afford to travel like that. So
I don't think it's controversial. I think
I think it's pretty
true.
true.
You're pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
So due to that, of course we're not getting it first. You can't afford to leave the country. Most black people in America can't.
you're not
Traveling
You're
can get
looking
very
at
expensive.
it from you're not even looking at it from the perspective of like where we live. You're looking at it from like a national perspective.
Just nationally. Disproportionately, like the second poorest group of people in the country, behind Native Americans.
Correct. I was going to say Native Americans who are very prevalent where we live.
And I'll be real honest, whenever I travel places like outside the country, most of the people are, you can just tell, middle class to upper middle class to higher, white or Asian. That's majority of the people you see traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But then, Rudy Gobert gets it.
Yeah,
Donovan Mitchell gets it.
It became a situation where just like athletes made it real.
Yeah.
And it's just like they're going to cancel the fucking NCAA tournament and they're going to cancel this. And WrestleMania is not even going to happen.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
at first you hear about, oh shit, Rudy Gobert tests positive, and then it's like, oh my god, now the Golden State Warriors decide that they're gonna play the remainder of their games without crowds.
Okay.
And then from there, Donovan Mitchell tests positive, and then just NBA season suspended.
It's the ignorance of that one player that makes it like, hey, listen.
Yeah.
Like my dude is like finishes press conference, touches everyone's microphone.
Jokes around how I got a stuffy nose. Touches touches the table, touches the microphone, touches the curtains, touches everything, and then walks out. And touches everything
with
while
his
walking
giant 7-foot frame.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow.
And then a couple days later, his teammate tests positive. So I'd be pissed.
I'd be real pissed.
If you notice, no NBA player has said shit about him.
Mm-hmm.
And
because they're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, and apparently he's been pretty reckless like that in the locker room, like touching Corona, touching everybody.
It's just like, my guy, like you can't, you just can't.
Yeah, and then
if because NBA athletes obviously are not one of the quote unquote high risk individuals.
No, I mean if you're 24 years old, you're in peak physical condition.
Yeah,
and you have a nutritionist on payroll and access to the best doctors in the world,
oh no, I got a fever. It'll go. You're going to be fine.
To be honest, you probably won't even feel it that much. To be honest,
because
they say like if you're young and healthy, it's a very mild, strain of the flu.
Basically, yeah.
If you're young and healthy, but if you're a little older and you've got any,
pre-existing conditions,
underlying health issues, respiratory issues, then it can get bad.
That's the whole don't think about yourself, think about the ones around you.
Exactly. Which actually, Donovan Mitchell, his father, did you hear this?
No,
I believe his father works in the front office for the Mets.
Oh.
Yeah. Does this jump leagues? But he tested negative for it.
He did, but there's 2 Yankee farm system players that tested positive for it. And then
they canceled spring training.
They did. They canceled spring training. But now, it's the whole trickle down effect. So really, the big name. It started with Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Of all people.
Yeah.
A French NBA basketball player, which France is also not having a very bad time with this.
Yeah.
European countries having. Italy really is where it.
Oh, dude,
it started.
Italy. At this point, doctors are deciding who's gonna die pretty much and who's gonna live.
It's not good
because they just don't have enough ventilators, for the advanced cases that turn into pneumonia.
Yeah, it's fucked up. So the biggest thing is that is this the worst thing that has ever happened to us in our lifetime? I mean, we lived through 9/11.
Okay,
I think is the worst thing that's ever happened.
I'm gonna say this is worse than 9/11.
Because of the amount of time.
Yeah, well, part of that, but also okay. You may have known people that died in 9/11.
Personally, no, but I
Okay.
had relatives that worked in the World Trade Center.
Okay.
And luckily they
I
were
had
not
relatives
there.
that worked in the Pentagon.
Okay.
Was it okay? Was there a certain level of fear after we got attacked? Yes, but then days later, they're like, it's on TV, us raining hellfire on Iraq.
She's like,
And after
y'all
was it
done-
Iraq or was
y'all
it
done
Afghanistan?
fucked up,
right
yeah.
away? It was Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
We're
Baghdad,
raining
yeah.
hellfire on
Yeah.
Afghanistan. Like,
It's like, well-
and then you realize like
You
these
guys
dudes
put-
are fighting in the desert.
Y'all poke the bear, so
They're driving fucking Toyota Hilux trucks. Like,
Hilux truck.
yeah, like these third world country Toyotas. Like, and then you realize like there is no way they are gonna have the resources to attack us again. And then from there, like, we went to war and been at war.
Still,
Hasn't felt like we've been at war.
Yeah,
It's not like,
still there.
you know, it's not like those gritty pictures you see in fucking history books where it's like, buy war bonds and like, you know, ration your vegetables. Like, it's not like that. It's like, yeah, we're at war.
Ration your vegetables.
Yeah, we're at war, you know, save your parsnip clippings. But it's like, we're at war. It's a completely volunteer army. It doesn't feel like we're at war,
Yeah, we are though.
but we are. We have been for almost our entire lives. This, on the other hand, the enemy, you can't see the enemy.
Yeah, because it's a airborne,
Yeah.
invisible virus.
Yeah, and that's why this is scarier in a certain way, is because like people are getting sick. You don't know, like you can catch it. It's spreading super fast. It's like, and you know that what's even crazier is because the testing here in the US isn't like readily available. Anybody can have it and they just don't know.
Yeah,
So
that's just It's just
yeah,
like
and if you're not very healthy, like you can get it and
who knows?
who knows? But I think part of the reason why, here's another conspiracy theory I heard. Adam Silver created this.
The NBA commissioner, Adam Silver.
Yeah, that's one of these conspiracy theories. Adam Silver created this.
I haven't heard this one.
Okay, so his thought is LA needs a win after Kobe Bryant died. So he created this as a way to suspend the NBA season so LeBron James is able to rest up long enough, talk about load management,
Jesus Christ.
so he
Who
can
the
be
fuck
nice
said
and healthy
this?
going into the NBA playoffs.
Which will happen
Which-
the playoffs will start in mid-June.
Yep, but what they'll do though is instead of playing out the rest of the season, they'll just take like, you know, the top 5 teams in the West, top 5 of the East, how they usually do or whatever, and
Shorten the playoffs.
shorten them. And then they'll, instead of playing out the rest of the season, they'll just go into, which Lakers are number 1 in the West right now.
Correct.
They'll just go into the playoffs. Lakers are a 1 seed in the West. LeBron is nice and rested up and healthy. Do you think he's not working out? Fuck no. He's in the gym every day.
His own gym.
Yeah.
So he's not leaving his house.
And by the way, I mean, if you saw like the last, like that week after the All-Star break before they suspended, Lakers are looking good, bro.
Yeah, they were. They were.
AD and LeBron.
Yeah. AD was looking
basically
mighty
started-
healthy.
They basically started tuning up like before, and I mean,
They're just like, we're just playing boring
they
basketball right
treated
now.
playing the Clippers like it was a tune-up fight.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well,
Anthony,
that's the thing is they lost to them twice,
Yeah.
and I was like, they weren't trying the first two
yeah, it was
times.
fucking Deontay Wilder fighting some bum before he fights Tyson Fury again.
It's just like, oh, I got to fight a real guy now.
Yeah. Like it was just, and they did that to the Clippers, dude. Yeah, so that's the theory. LA needs a win. Adam Silver created this
Adam
Silver created this whole thing so LeBron James can load manage.
Do you want some coronavirus?
Yep, LeBron plays no games until pretty much like May-June time frame. And then he's pretty much just going to sweep the West, and then he's going to cruise to an easy victory
Wow,
in the East.
Adam Silver. Like,
Yep.
I'm just imagining this giant Dumbo-looking motherfucker with his
Big skinny Lord Voldemort.
yeah,
man.
this Lord Voldemort that gets satellite transitions on his
Yep.
ears. It's just like, hi, I'm Adam Silver.
Yeah.
It's like approachable, white, Jewish, basically everything that you're
Yeah.
just like, he's fine.
Yeah.
Squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Creative
So
input.
that's the third conspiracy theory.
The one that I came up with that I spoke to you about was the Amazon one.
Okay.
I think Jeff Bezos created coronavirus.
You didn't tell me about this. So this is going to be our third coronavirus theory.
So this was because it just like popped into my head. I was like, all right, so we're talking what happens during widespread panic and just basically outbreak is we rush to the things that we need. So what does everybody say? Oh, disaster's coming. We need milk, bread, eggs.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper became the thing because of the whole cleanliness aspect.
Which is weird because it doesn't give you the shits.
It doesn't.
No, if it's the flu-like symptoms.
Yeah, not the flu. The flu is gastrointestinal, where coronavirus is respiratory. So
yeah, well, it starts out flu-like symptoms.
Yeah.
So sneezing,
coughing,
runny nose, congestion,
all that shit.
Yeah, and then it travels to your lungs.
Yep. So here's the problem with the toilet. I still don't get the toilet paper thing, but when I was deciding on this was, okay, so now we're creating this. It really where this started was the press conference last week with Trump's press conference where Pence was leading the task force.
Okay.
Task force.
Protect Mike Pence at all costs.
Yeah, yeah. Who actually, Mike Pence is the living embodiment of what a Q-tip would look like as a human.
Wow.
He does. He looks like a Q-tip.
Yeah.
As a human.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it nice?
I mean, his hair is whiter than his skin.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Which, if you look at a Q-tip,
think about, the golden
the base
ratio.
of a Q-tip is kind of different.
By the way,
kind of
anybody you
beige.
see whose hair is lighter than their skin, funny looking.
Not trustworthy.
Yeah.
Always has a story about what happened in Korea. That's the kind of guy. So the human Q-tip, Mike Pence, is talking about what then transpired was the ad read of all of the companies that are teaming up to make this coronavirus situation easier. We like to thank our friends at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS Pharmacy. And it's just like, oh my God, he's doing a fucking ad read right now.
They're paying him to say this right now. Yeah.
And it's just like, wait a minute. This is going to get bigger. It's going to get bigger than this.
Absolutely.
What's the biggest retailer in the world? Amazon.
Yeah.
Bing. Like it's just
so he shouted out Amazon.
No,
No?
didn't. So my thought
Really?
process is that, wait a minute. Sitting in the wings, waiting for everything to kind of go back out. Oh, I can't get it at my local pharmacy, or I can't go to Walmart and get this, Target, so on and so forth. Got to go to Amazon and get my paper products.
Yeah.
Everything gone. Now Amazon today is all of a sudden like, yep, now we just need you to just shop for your essential items and healthcare products. That's all we're going to be able to sell you. We've got to make sure our people are healthy.
Wow.
And the profits that he made over the last week just based off of this.
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, well, even
and
if
he
you
also
look at-
looks like Lex Luthor. Thus,
Oh,
Superman
yeah.
villain. Wouldn't he create a coronavirus
Yeah.
to rule the world?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, yeah, it could have been. It could have been just to sell more toilet paper.
Amazon essential toilet paper.
Wow. I could see it. The problem is there's holes in that theory.
There's also holes in that toilet paper because it's
Okay.
single ply.
Amazon itself has been operating at a loss for years. The reason why
We
is
talk
because-
about this
Yeah.
almost every week.
We said this last week. All Jeff Bezos wants to do is take market share, and then once everybody's gone, he's going to raise the prices. That's the goal. They make all their money off of web services.
Yep.
But Walmart isn't going out of business anytime soon. Target isn't going out of business anytime soon. Walgreens, CVS, Best Buy, they're all doing pretty good.
Yeah, Best Buy is actually declining a good bit.
Yeah.
Because consumer electronics.
Yeah, but
I
they're
think-
not going out of business yet.
Not yet. But think of the consumer electronic business place. Do you want to walk into a brick and mortar and just be like, look at the size of this TV?
I mean,
when
if
you
I
can go onto
needed-
Amazon, you can go, look at the size of this TV in virtual reality.
Right.
It's already done for me.
What you do is you say, look at the size of this TV in real time at Best Buy, and then you buy it on Amazon.
Done it.
That's what people
Been there,
do.
done it.
Yeah. Now, our fourth theory on coronavirus is, and this is my favorite one, coronavirus is actually radiation from 5G / a state-sponsored population control. Like that's the two wrapped up into one.
Okay, so the 5G thing is this one is
Okay.
hotly debated online right now.
So, coronavirus is actually radiation from 5G. This theory comes from people stating that Wuhan, China, which is where this originally came from, turned on their 5G antennas, and the radiation fallout caused people to get sick. And some people died. Now, that's what some people are saying. And what they did was, instead of telling people, hey, it is the radiation from the antennas, it's actually this new disease that came out because, people were eating bats and shit. Yeah. How do you feel about this? And then, by the way, across the world, people are turning on their 5G cell
signal
sites, and people are getting sick.
The thing about it that makes it semi-logical. Now, do I believe it? Not really.
Okay.
However, Yana, the wavelength aspect of what radio and what wavelengths can do to a human body.
Yeah.
Like I just know it from like a broadcast perspective. Like if you stood next to a satellite or a specific wavelength signal, it could literally fry your insides. Like it could.
Yeah.
Given enough frequency.
Yeah, depending on the frequency.
Yeah, your body would essentially just like implode.
Yeah.
You'd just be like, oh God.
But
this is kind of based on, I think it's kind of based on like a population aspect. Or the density of the people, like the population.
No, the state-sponsored population control.
That I'm starting to believe a little bit more.
Okay. Let me get
the old thinning of the herd.
Yeah. Let me get into these, okay?
This is the whole like.
First of all,
do we need these people? Let's let them go on a cruise ship.
Okay. Here's the thing about radiation and things like that. So you need really, really small radio waves in order to actually kill somebody. Something extremely small. So like there's a reason why microwaves have so many layers of plastic and metal and glass between you and what's inside of the microwave, is because what microwaves do is they accelerate particles, and that causes things to heat up inside of them. The vibration inside the particles are being accelerated. That's what creates the heat. That's what heats up your food. And if you're inside of a microwave long enough, it could kill you. However, Yana, those radio waves don't travel very far. They travel a very, very short distance. Yeah,
they're bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, so in order to get something that's going to travel that long and that far, you need some sort of radioactive isotope of an element. So like uranium, for example, which is what happened in Chernobyl.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a very good example.
You need something like that, the fallout from literally uranium in the air. And the effects are a lot sooner. You'll notice people throwing up and shit. A lot more cancers than pneumonia. That's just going to do it. So, but right now the debate with 5G is actually millimeter wave technology. So right now with 5G, like you've got the fake 5G that's going around. So if you
the 5G ready, is that what the fake 5G is?
When you see that on like your cell phone, it'll say, like AT&T 5G. Like most places, it's really just a super advanced form of 4G LTE. It's not actual 5G. It's really just a badge on your phone. And then you've got a couple different versions of real 5G, which is only on in like 2 cities in the country. And then you have millimeter wave, which is on in like also another 2 cities in the country. Like I think one's like Los Angeles, others like somewhere in Connecticut. The thing about millimeter wave is it doesn't travel very far. And here's the big issue with it. In millimeter waves, where you get those super, super fast speeds, like you got like people download an entire season of Stranger Things in 5 minutes. With that, it's very line of sight, and the signal drops off after 25 feet or whatever. So if there's anything in the way, if there's a tree in the way, a building in the way, like you're not going to get those speeds anymore. That's not what's causing those issues. I don't think so. Could be.
Could be.
but I don't think so.
Shit, I don't know.
It's along the lines of, at first when, motherfuckers was putting up street lights back in the day, people were complaining that, and this is one of the major complaints, the street lights would throw off everybody's circadian rhythms, and everybody would turn into zombies because they couldn't sleep because the street lights were on all night.
Yeah.
Like that was actually a concern back in like the 1910s. But state-sponsored population control?
That I believe.
Go to Manhattan.
That.
Nah. But even then, before that, wouldn't they have like another Trail of Tears situation?
Kinda, yeah. But
They
it's
just like force people to move?
she's like, all right, get to walking.
Yeah. Walk. Here's a blanket. Walk.
Walk until you die.
Yeah. Here's a blanket.
It's a thing. I
It's
honestly,
itchy.
that's the thing.
Smallpox.
When I see the things from like coming from Korea and stuff, that's just like
Yeah.
if we find out somebody's got coronavirus, they'll be shot on site, and I'll be like, that's thinning the herd.
Yeah.
Like that's
But
extreme.
let's be
It's
real.
thinning the herd though.
We need to thin things out a little bit.
There's too many people here.
Too many people. I don't even think it's so much too many people because you go in the middle of the country, like there's nobody fucking there.
So you're saying we want to take people from one part and just kind of slide them?
Yeah, we'll slide them a little bit, but also at the same
So we got
time,
like this we got this east-west prophecy where we're just kind of sliding to the left a little bit.
Yeah, but also part of it is that really just take
You
people
saying we
away
should go
from
to
the
Iowa?
watered areas, the areas with water, and just move them in the mid, like
we should just live in Nebraska.
like Montana or something. We're like,
That's the thing. You know
Yeah.
what? You know where the coronavirus is very. I think actually has zero. Oh, no, West Virginia finally has one. They were the last one.
yeah, they're the last holdouts.
You know what the best thing about West Virginia is?
Huh.
Country roads.
Take me home.
Yeah.
Wow.
The mountains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but even that, like, okay,
Even the mayor of Morgantown, or it wasn't Morgantown. What's the I don't even know what the fucking
Charleston?
Charleston. Thank you. The
Yeah.
mayor of Charleston was like,
I don't even know that because I have family there.
okay, so he was just like, they're like doing the coronavirus breakdown, and he's basically like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. like there's nothing. We have no
Yeah.
cases.
We have no cases.
We're
here.
basically prepping for nothing. And
Yeah.
then one happens, and he goes, I guess that's why I'm here.
If someone comes over, whispers in his ear, like,
Because we got one. He goes,
actually
fuck.
got this.
All
It's like,
right.
all right, shit.
Well,
Okay, close the schools.
Put your mind at ease, Charleston. It wasn't here. It was 15 minutes up the road, but still, we got to close every
Yeah.
goddamn school, make you go home for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Here's the problem: is that the biggest thing? It's the transmission aspect of it.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
it's so highly contagious, and that's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
the highly and the and influenza was many moons ago.
Yeah.
And this is what they're equating it to is the pandemic of influenza that killed, hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah. Dude, I think
We're just getting to a point where we have a strain of something that the antibodies in our immune system have not fought yet.
I think we got to thin out the herd. I think that's what it is.
I think we're going to get to a purge situation.
Yeah. Well, I think what
We're
it
going to
is
get
is
we're
you
going to get a
got-
month past this, and they're going to be like, well, the coronavirus didn't really thin out the herd enough, and now we got to start murdering people.
But
How do we murder without
you gotta-
viruses?
you got a lot of old people around, a whole bunch of old stale ideas. Like, let's just let those, die.
I've heard some stale ideas from some old people because
Yeah.
they got a very curmudgeon attitude, and they're just like, well, I was in Vietnam. It's like, are you going to tell that fucking story again, Bill?
We
Like-
get it, Bill.
All right,
we get it.
We get it. Wait,
Oh, you watched your friends die. We get
you
it,
fought
Bill.
for country. Thank you. You threw grenades into bunkers. That's fine.
Oh, you
That's awesome.
killed 14-year-old Vietnamese boys.
You put
We get it.
You put an AR-15 inside a Vietnamese boy's mouth and said, "Stop giving peyote to my troop." I get it.
We get it, Bill.
We get it.
We get it.
Okay. I love having conversations with you at the local VFW. But
Charlie was everywhere.
Charlie is everywhere. Charlie's coronavirus right now.
We get it, Bill. We get it. But I'm sure you had, because you're working from home now, I'm
had
sure
no
you
choice.
had some holdouts at your job that were pretty much like, how are you going to get work done if you don't come to the office?
Basically.
When in reality, it's like, okay,
I was
most of this
so
shit
productive
I can do
today.
at home.
I can't even tell you, man.
Absolutely.
I was
And I'm
almost
sure-
uncomfortably productive. I was sitting at my computer and I was like, have I been here for 4 fucking hours? Doing work?
Yeah, and I'm sure you probably finished all your work in that 4 hours.
I did.
You didn't have to sit at the office for.
I think I elongated that 4 hours by multiple bathroom trips and multiple podcasts. That was
Okay.
it. That
But
was,
even then, you sat at home, TV off.
TV was on.
Oh, TV was on.
We had to watch her niece today because
Okay,
she
okay.
she ain't got no school, and her, the rents are still working. So
Yeah.
so she's got Scooby Doo blaring in the background, and I'm just like
tuning it out.
I don't want
As
Scooby
you
Doo.
tune out everything. You're like,
Yeah.
this is not interesting me at all.
Super easy to tune things out nowadays. I
yeah.
remember 2-3 years ago, I'd be like, "Oh, what are you watching?"
Yeah,
now
but now it's
just
just
fuck,
fuck.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, but even then, like realistically, you can sit at home. You go into, you carve out your little corner. You're on your computer. Got to do a few things on some spreadsheets or whatever. Send out some emails.
yeah. Just do your
create some documents. Send out some proposals.
That's it. It's
Whatever.
it's
Some
not-
quotes.
yeah.
Approve some POs. Whatever.
It's not rocket science, man.
And then from there,
we're just doing our job.
yeah, you're doing your job, but it's because everything is on the internet now. Everything is web based.
I know.
You really don't have to go to the office.
And that's the thing is like today was like I was thinking about like social distractions and like social distancing and like the whole like distraction of being at home. I see people that are like friends of mine that are like on Instagram and everything else, which I'm all for. Like, distract
Yeah.
yourself when you can. But they're just like blatantly not doing work.
Yeah.
And I'm fine.
Well,
and
but
I'm
here's the-
just like,
Here's
I
the
mean,
thing, though,
it's
that I
okay.
realize with most people that work in offices. Yeah, you're in the office 8 hours a day, but how much of that 8 hours do you really spend actually working?
I was talking about this with my girlfriend earlier because I said, because besides coronavirus, the NFL free agency period's going on. And
well,
there's-
that's the most exciting things in sports right now.
I know, because there's nothing else going
There's
on.
nothing else. The
I'm-
Masters has been canceled.
Yeah.
Tennis has been canceled. The rest of the
Why
NBA
did you bring up
regular
golf and
season-
tennis first?
The NBA regular season,
Yeah.
done. Baseball, for
WrestleMania is
now.
not even. It's
yeah.
happening, just not in the stadium.
Okay, the fucking AEW event we were supposed to go to tomorrow got moved.
Yep, bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Fucking bullshit. Yeah, like everything is.
Not happening.
Yeah, except for NFL.
Everything
free
is
agency.
canceled.
Yeah.
The only thing that's not canceled is privileged NFL athletes getting money,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. If I was at the office, an hour of my day would be spent talking about it.
You'd be talking at the water cooler.
So and so just got caught.
Tom Brady.
Did you see the money? Did you see
Yeah.
how much money he got?
Tom Brady goes to Tampa.
That shit. 2020 is weird, man.
2020 is a weird year.
I didn't. No, everyone kept saying.
I thought he was going to retire at Patriot.
I
to be
thought he
honest
was
with
too. That's the thing. Is like if we're at this point now, if there's an NFL season,
you. If we don't know,
we don't know yet. Saying this shit,
don't know.
This shit can go on until July or August, but
we'll see come August.
we'll see.
We'll see if there's a Hard Knocks. How about that?
That's another thing too. Is like maybe the NFL has something to do with this.
I don't know.
It's
XFL,
just like
by the way.
maybe if we just created a coronavirus
Yeah.
until August, people will then bridge the gap and then just watch our programming.
By the way, yeah. XFL.
Cancel the
Had to
season.
Cancel the rest of the season.
And that's the thing is that XFL wasn't even doing that bad.
No, XFL was actually doing pretty good.
It was considering the failed attempts at startup football leagues. I mean, they were thriving.
Yeah.
They were thriving.
Actually,
Yes, Queen, you were thriving.
I've actually watched a little of XFL. It's a little weird, but
It's not terrible though.
no, it's football.
Yeah, it's football in March.
There's
or
certain things that they
February,
do though that
yeah.
I'm kind of like, why? Like
the kickoff thing. Is
The
that pretty
kickoff
off?
thing makes things.
It's a little weird.
Makes sense. It's different.
Makes
but
sense.
It makes
It's a little weird,
sense.
but
No, but it's the play calls.
like hearing them.
Hearing the play calls.
There's a part of me that does like it, but there's also a part of me that's like likes the guessing.
Yeah.
It's just like, what do you think you
But
called
also
here?
there's a part of me that's like, okay.
Or you can just listen to a Tony Romo broadcast and he'll fucking tell you literally everything that's going to happen.
But also there's like the other team isn't live streaming the game because they know that this happens. Like
it's a little. I get it. Like they
or the amount of access that they give you to the locker room.
too much.
Yeah.
They do give you too much access, which is okay, but within
It's-
reason.
Yeah, so they've got like,
That's why the NFL has got it perfectly because they give you access, but they don't give you in like an alarming amount of access.
No, but it'll be like
Like you
it's
can't smell
halftime.
Dak Prescott's jockstrap.
Right.
Like in the XFL, it's just like you can be inside of his pants if you want to, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm
Yeah,
good.
but the
I'm good on
XFL is
that.
like, okay, it's halftime right now. We're going up to the coach of the Dallas Renegades. What's your game plan going into the next half? And he's like, all right. And then he just starts drawing like X's and O's on a fucking whiteboard. Like, this is what we're gonna do. And it's like,
Okay.
this is
This is an overshare.
This is too much. You're
Oversharing.
sharing too much.
You're
bro.
oversharing. Yep.
But I digress.
Yeah. I do like aspects of it, but really Corona is running our lives.
I think it's going to change the way we work, though.
I got this now from my perspective, I don't think it's going to fully change, but I feel like it's going to open people's eyes to be like, oh yeah, we can trust these people to leave our office and not know what to do.
Yeah.
Like they are able-bodied regular people.
Yeah. But also I think part of it is they're going to realize like, oh shit, like a lot of these companies.
It's going to save them money.
Absolutely. Especially for the companies that are in fucking expensive cities where the rent is really high.
Yeah.
If you're in New York, for example, right, and you run a large company that you're not necessarily you don't necessarily need access to all like the cute little influencers that are, oh my God, I'm in New York.
I'm in New York.
But let's say you're a bank, right? And all you're dealing with is money. It's money with a TH. Money. Money. Like that's all you're dealing with is just transactions every day, which a lot of banks have already done this, but I think it's going to get bigger. Instead of paying rent on, some huge office in a fucking skyscraper where they charge you an ungodly amount of money every month.
Yeah, but you just want to show how big your dick is.
Right. I can have people work from home and they're just as productive, if not more productive.
That actually raises a point because I thought about this. Like, how do you feel about like app banking? Like where the banks are basically
in-app banking?
Like app banking, but just like online banks that are just online. Like that's how they operate.
They have no physical location.
No physical location.
It's like
Ally or what is it, Zelle?
Zell's another.
What the hell's the other one?
They're kind of like Venmo.
No, Zelle's the money sharing app. What's the other one? I'm trying to think of. Chime? Is that the other one? I think Chime is a banking app. Regardless, but I'm just so there's there's these banks. They're brick and mortar banks, quote unquote. They have headquarters, but they don't have like offices.
Like they don't have like regular.
You're not going to go to your
retail
You're not going to go to your branch and just be like, "Can I make a transaction?" Like
at my local branch,
Yeah.
kind of like Capital One,
exactly,
for example.
But now they have their like cafe things, which are
Capital One does have a couple locations.
Yeah, they say
but not a
cafes.
lot.
It's just a really fancy way of saying a branch,
Right?
Yeah. So
but I know what you're saying though. Where like they have their physical or Discover is another one.
True, yeah. But they're a credit card company, but they're banking.
But they're also a
institution.
bank.
Yeah.
Like you can also have a savings account with Discover.
Correct. Yeah. And that's kind of how it is. I feel like I wouldn't say it's the wave of the future, but I feel like that's something that's just going to naturally progress. That's what they want.
It's going to get bigger. Like it's already here, but I think people are going to open up their eyes and say like, oh shit.
Like when I see another bank get built around here, I'm just like, I just feel like that
Why?
shit's not going to last.
Why?
And maybe it's community based because like we're predominantly like, regular middle class folk around here. So we like to go up and have that conversation with the teller. Hey, Susan, how are you?
Yeah. But
This
in
is
reality,
it's my disability check. Like, here you go. Like,
yeah, you don't need that. But I think after this thing blows over, I think you're going to see a lot more people working from home.
I do too.
Because I think they're just going to realize, like, you really
I almost think this is a social experiment.
don't need to be here
This
every day.
is
Could be.
It's a very weird social experiment.
It could be. Like, because seriously.
Like, why don't we just tell people we got this disease that's going to kill old people anyway?
Yeah,
and
because your whole job, without giving away the goose, all you really have, you got some work that you have to do on your computer. You just need internet access to do it.
Yep.
And then even when you meet with clients, like you can set up an appointment to go to them.
Yeah.
And I
don't even need to go to them. Like your technology as it is,
you can Skype,
video conference.
But even then, if they want to see you in person, which a lot of people do,
they do. They like that.
When does a client ever come to you?
Virtually never.
Yeah.
Once, and it was.
And you've been doing this for what, 5, 6 years?
6 years,
now?
yeah.
Okay, once in 6 years, you've had a client come to you. Usually, it's you going
by their own merit. They were just like, "I'll come to you." I'm just like, I was like, "Oh shit,
okay.
Why? Why are you gonna punk me?" Like,
I just want to see your location. Like,
that was it. They honestly just wanted to like.
It's just curious.
They wanted to eat lunch and just hang out, and I'm like, all right, fuck
cool.
it, all right, sure.
Yeah. But most of the time you're going to them or you're taking them to lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
And but you don't have to actually to do your job, you don't actually need to go to an office. It's really just a central place for everyone to work.
Yeah, they just want to have eyes on you. Mm-hmm. That's all it is.
And that's it. But with this going on, if you're just as effective at your job working from home as you are in the office, what's the point?
Yeah.
There is no point.
You're wasting space.
You're wasting space. Yeah, there's no point. And I think this is something that they're going to find out. Like, because now at this point, a lot of companies are going to have long-term data of large numbers of people working from home. And then
they're going to be able to compile it. And they're going to go, how was Dave this week? It's like, Dave was actually more effective at home, believe it or not. It's
yeah.
Like, and I'm
willing to bet that most of these people are going to have probably a short period of time where they're super, super productive.
And it's going to fall off?
No. I'm thinking it's going to be like, okay, you're going to have just a short. You're also going to notice that people are working less hours overall, but because they're not trying to stretch out things so they look busy to fill an entire 8-hour day.
Yeah, because you're not trying to hide from the boss.
No.
The boss is on the other side of the wall.
No, like you're not trying to look busy during an 8-hour day. Like you're just like, okay, I got these emails to fill out. I got these documents that I got to do, and then I got to send them out, and then that's it.
And it's just like, I got 6 more hours to kill. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Put on some YouTube and fucking...
Yeah, I'm just going to chill home, whatever I would do. I just got to make sure I stay home, make sure my phone's on me, my
Even
email's
today, it was
open.
very I had lunch.
Yeah.
I bracketed my lunch. I was like, I'm done right now. I got from 12:15 to 1:15. Got an hour. Had some chicken nuggies, and
I'm going to guess this is how your day went.
You're probably going to be very, very okay.
You probably had to make sure that you checked in or whatever at 9 a.m.
Man,
which is a time that you're probably normally supposed to get to the office.
Very good.
Okay.
Yep. Better. Yeah, I did.
Because that's the time you normally get to the office. But even then,
a little earlier, but yeah.
Okay.
But
let's say 8:30, 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
But 9 a.m. was like, hey, how you doing, neighbor?
Yeah. You probably woke up a half hour before so you could
No. I was up at 6:30.
Oh, you were up early.
I told you I had to watch the niece.
That's right.
Yeah.
So kids are up. Okay.
I had that Dewey dump.
Yeah. So you took your dump. You watched the kid, but you made sure that you were logged in, checked in at 9 a.m. whatever time it was. Right.
Yep.
From there, you started working. Probably started out by checking your emails. Okay. Put out whatever necessary fires.
Yeah.
From there,
no fires today.
No fires.
No,
okay.
I fucking killed it today.
Good, man. So anyway,
fucking crushed it today.
Crushed it, bro.
Dude, fucking murdered it today.
Okay, but you responded to some emails first.
Yeah, of course. Talk to the people that matter.
Yep. The people that pay the bills. From there, you probably had some proposals to send out.
Yeah, couple.
Okay, you had a couple proposals.
Nothing
to send
crazy.
out.
Yep.
None wild. Okay.
Given the trying times.
Okay. From there, you probably had some stuff that need to be invoiced.
No, not really. Invoicing was already taken care of.
Invoice was already okay.
Yep.
So that was already taken care of.
Not till the end of the month. That's
okay.
Yeah. Middle of the month, we're pretty okay.
After that, there are probably some customers that you hadn't heard from in a while. Shout out a couple. Hey, remember me?
Hey, girl.
Emails.
Yeah.
To them. Hey, just checking in on you. How's everything going?
No, see, I hate that.
Okay.
I'm not that guy.
Okay.
I'm very just like, hey, I just wanted to check in.
Okay.
Like lot of weird shit going on right now. Like,
but did you send out a couple of those today?
A couple, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so you sent out a couple of those, and then from there might have been a couple drop-in cold call emails sent out, kind of phishing.
They're very, very subtle.
Very subtle, very brief.
Yep.
Do you have any issues that you want to talk about that maybe we can provide solutions for, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I speak corporate jargon.
We both do.
We do. Okay, from there.
That's what we do.
From there, at this point, it's probably 11:30, 12 o'clock. to do all of this. This is a full day's work. This is what you would have stretched out over about 8 hours.
It is now noon. And it is time for me to eat some chicken nuggets.
So
I had chicken nuggets today. I sure did.
Okay, so you ate some chicken nuggets.
The kid was there. Mm-hmm. So, we made chicken nuggets for the kid. And she's like, I'm not really into chicken nuggets. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll eat them.
The kids love chicken nuggets.
Yeah. They were dinosaur shaped and everything. And she's like, I don't want them. I'm like, these are good chicken nuggets. I'm eating these.
Delicious.
I'm eating the shit out of these.
Come here, little fuck. Let me teach you about Sweet Baby Ray's.
It's pretty accurate. Yeah. Did have barbecue sauce.
Yeah. So from there, you guys probably, you played with the kid.
Yeah, within reason.
A little bit. Watch Sports Center.
She wanted to play board games, so I avoided. And I was like, I'm busy.
Yeah, NFL free agency. From there.
Just checking my phone. I'm just like, oh shit, did you see so-and-so?
Yeah.
Talking to myself like a fucking 5-year-old.
But your phone's on you the entire time in case anything comes through.
Of course, yeah.
Okay?
Of course.
So at that point, you're mostly like tuned out from work at this point for like the rest of the day.
It's like 2 p.m. and it's like, I gotta do some shit.
And then 2 p.m. rolls around and it's like, well, a couple things popped up that I gotta take care of.
Yeah.
Did that.
I'm just so interested in somebody that diligently works 8 hours.
Nobody does. Unless you're working like okay.
I just want to see
Unless you're working like a job that requires manual labor.
Or you're day trading.
Not. Or that.
And you're still fucking dicking around with that too.
You're fucking dicking around. Especially because, from minute to minute, hour to hour, how much do the markets really change?
Right now? A lot. But
your average day where nothing's really going on.
You're throwing paper airplanes at Dave across the hall. Mm-hmm. Hey Dave, I'm gonna throw you an airplane. By the way, JetBlue's down. Like just something like that.
But even that, I will say this, okay? The only people I know that work straight 8 hours every day, nothing but a grind, nonstop, are people that work in call centers because there's
because they got an eagle eye.
That they got a fucking,
how many calls you make today?
Oh yeah, like they keep track of how many calls you make a day.
Yeah, there's a special form of psychopath that has to do that.
Yeah, I actually did work in a call center for a summer.
Yeah, that was an internship though.
It was an internship. Yeah. I made bank, bro.
I say you made fucking bank, bro.
I made fucking bank, bro. So anyway, but they gave us
a paid internship. That's why he did it.
Fuck yeah. But anyway, they gave us a list of fucking thousands of people to cold call and sell them shit. I mean, fucking bank, bro. It was great. So anyway, but still, that job that summer was all I was doing was just calling every day.
Yeah.
Fucking dialing, fucking talking, bro.
Yeah.
Have my
styling and dialing.
Styling and dialing, bro. Have my fucking
looking like the Wolf of Wall Street, yeah.
Down. I had a fucking like script and everything. This was before Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, this is Boiler Room?
Yeah. No, I had a
fucking just screaming across the way.
Coffee's for closers. No,
yeah. Glenn Ross in that place. You walking in and people are just like, oh man, like, oh, thanks for that cold ass lead. You might as well just call it a tree. Timber.
Yeah. Yeah. I had I had my script and I was fucking going, bro.
Did you have a big padded shoulder suit? Like,
no, they were fairly they weren't super casual. So it was shirt and tie, but it was the middle of the summer and it was a particularly hot summer. So
so you were wearing short sleeve shirts with ties?
No, there was like a week or two in there
looking like
where
a
they
math
let
teacher.
us wear like polo shirts and khakis.
Well, khaki boys.
Yeah. So anyway, I finished that fucking Rona, bro. So I don't know why we talk like that.
It's what money making bros sound like.
Yeah, for her fucking Rona, bro.
They just sound like they sound like they have two ping pong balls like firmly wedged in their mouth at all times.
Bro. Yeah, I'm snapping necks and cashing checks of earning and burning, bro. The funny thing is most of those guys don't make a lot of money.
The guys that talk about it too much don't make any money.
It's the guys that talk about how busy they are. They aren't actually that busy.
The guys that don't talk about you know the guys that are busy. They don't talk about it because they're too fucking busy.
Yeah. So anyway,
I gotta get on my Instagram and show everybody how fucking busy I am.
Okay.
Just like,
anyway, guys that are busy 8 hours straight. It's those guys right there that work in a call center. That is a grind and a half. Because the minute you get in, as soon as you clock in, you're expected to be on the phone.
Yeah,
and that's not.
Yeah, the whole.
It's literally like make a phone call. Talk for
or
a
die.
While,
like
get off the phone. You have to write your notes right away as to what happened in the call. So while it's still fresh in your mind, you have to write down exactly what happened in the call. And then from there, you make the next phone call. And that's it.
Yeah, don't think.
And then if there's an issue, you probably got to send an email to somebody. You might have to transfer the phone call to somebody or whatever. But that's
So you want to talk to my supervisor? Or?
yeah. But even then, like they got cameras on you. If they think you're talking too much to somebody like next to you, like they'll say some shit to you. Like they're paying attention to how many calls you make a day. Like they're on you.
I know, and that's the gerbil like in the cage aspect of it, like that. I don't.
Yeah, I hated it. But I may fuck a bank, bro. But I may fuck a bank, bro. But I hated it. So anyway, I did sell a lot of shit though over the phone, but wasn't a fan.
You can talk. You can really. I mean, it's so true. The aspect of you can sell somebody anything.
Oh yeah,
you really could if you just stick to it.
Mm-hmm. You can do it. Yeah.
If there's any perceived value in anything,
you can do it.
You really can.
But anyway, there was that, and then other than that, anything that has to do with manual labor, you will work a full fucking day, and it'll be you get up early. You're working where we got to load a truck. We got to unload the truck. We got to load the truck here, unload it there. Now we're putting shit together. I'm fucking balls it. Like, you're doing that shit all fucking day. Mm-hmm. And I always joke around.
You thank your lucky stars sometimes.
Yeah.
I do. I'm just like, I couldn't fucking do that. I mean, just based on my build and
I'm a sturdy boy.
Yeah.
So.
Based on my build and my acumen for how I am as a person, I couldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I fuck around too much.
Yeah, but you are working all day doing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then even then, like,
but you know, it has to.
I'm typically the guy who's in charge, so like I also got to put on a smiley face while I do it, and like talk to people and
Corporate Jeff over here. Hey, Corporate Jeff.
And then I'm always joking around.
Howdly doodly. Like,
yeah, and then I'm always joking around with my guys how like I'm one way in front of the customer, I'm another way in front of them, and I'll be just like, who is Patrick Bateman really? Just. I'm an enigma. I am whoever you need me to be. We have multiple voices. I start my day with a honey almond butterscotch. No, so
you like Huey Lewis in the News?
Yeah. I made that joke today.
It was so seamless. Mm-hmm. So it was work. This was pre-coronavirus. It's probably about a month ago. Mm-hmm. We're talking about something. I think we were just talking about just like random music. We were just talking about something random. Like somebody's brought up a musical act that's like coming to like our area, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so and so's going to be here." And we just started talking about it, and I just like went right to it, and I was like, "You like Huey Lewis in the News?" and the guy sitting next to me was like, "I fucking love American Psycho." Like,
it's a great movie.
I go, me too. Like,
it's one of my favorite movies.
It's just so. It's great. It's just so good.
Yeah. But to that effect though, is that on doing jobs like that, you kind of have to be like that.
You got to keep things a little light and airy. I mean,
you got to keep things a little light and airy, but like you got to be able to tell somebody to like go the fuck away without saying go the fuck away.
Yeah, like hint, like hey, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, but don't say it. It's just like, all right, we're getting back to work, or
all right, fuck off. Let's go.
Yeah. Like you got to be able to say "go the fuck away" without saying "go."
You done with that turkey sandwich? All right, fuck off. Like,
yeah. But yes, those jobs you're busy for 8 hours. You'll take a lunch, but other than that, and by the time you get to lunch, you're just like, oh fuck, I need a break.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's like, all right, we're back to it.
It's the whole it's the mental aspect too.
Yes.
Like, do I deserve this break?
Yeah, but if you're in an office doing some kind of data entry or whatever, really you don't have to think about what you're doing.
There's some places like I see offices, not only like where I live, but like the places, like looking at it now. So here's my biggest thing, even with this whole coronavirus aspect, is now our area has really the tri-state area. So New York, Connecticut, New Jersey had at 8 p.m. last night closed down all restaurants, bars, gyms. Yep. Basically social gathering places.
And that's actually all in New York State.
All in New York State.
Yeah.
Finito.
Yeah.
There is a plaza where I live, very close to me, where there's multiple restaurants. And I was driving here tonight and it's fucking pitch black.
Yeah.
And it freaks me out.
Weird, right?
And I'm like, oh, wow. I said, we have a Mad Max situation in our hands right now.
The restaurants are doing delivery.
Some are.
Probably the ones that could already do it
Correct.
before.
Now, there were restaurants that were closed that I think could have done takeout service by me, that they were closed, and I was like, the fuck's going on here? Like,
well, maybe they just didn't have the dining room lights on.
no, they were closed.
Oh, really?
They were black.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Now,
nope.
And that's also because you've got a Planet Fitness right by your house.
Also,
You used to go to that Planet Fitness.
yeah, also no lights on.
Which Planet
So
Fitness is
weird.
known for being 24 hours.
Yep. So
Parking
fucking
lot's
weird.
always crowded.
Yep. I know a lot of people that go to they just go to gyms in general.
Yeah.
I work out at home. Not because I want to, it's because I'm ashamed of my body. But
You like to masturbate. What?
yeah, that counts.
Masturbating does burn calories.
That's the thing, is when I used to wear a Fitbit and I used to like check it out after I got done, I was just like, wow, I burned a lot of calories.
Oh, man.
That's good.
I just got good
But my
exercise.
libido levels are low. I'm in the ground. I'm low.
Still, I jerk off 6 times a day. So,
Oh God, so much pain.
it's
When's the
shit.
last time have you ever had like a marathon jerk off where you're just like, you got done and you're just like, I'm ready to go again?
Was the last time I did that?
Yeah. Like the last time your wife was out of town?
No. Yeah. But here's the thing, though, is I treat those as like tune-up sessions.
Exactly, yeah.
Because once
It's like just checking the oil.
Yeah. But what
Making
you
sure
do is
making sure the old boy can still sprout.
the jerk sessions are strategic. And eventually
You try to scare yourself, you're like, oh God, I'm sorry.
Nah. But what you do is you find the videos that are like endurance challenges, the JOIs. Come twice in 10 minutes.
Good luck.
Warm yourself up. But once you get those
That's the
done,
thing. Is like I take those. That's the thing. Is that they stroke the male ego and they're just like, you're not gonna make it. And I'm just like, bull fucking shit, I won't make it.
Yeah. The funny part is like the two, because always whenever they do those videos, the video's like 10 minutes long. Right?
You're just like, you're gonna jerk off.
And then
you're
it's
gonna come
like,
in 5
okay,
minutes. Like
the first time you're gonna
bullshit.
come is in like 2 minutes, and then they give you another 8 to get that second load off, right?
You've got 10 minutes. Good luck.
There's that male refractory period. You gotta build back up.
Yeah, you gotta.
But if you can do those,
You have to not look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
I try to avoid mirrors. I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, but if you can do those, eventually you get to a point where you're with your lady ting, and then you'll come like 3 times. Just done that before.
Cool.
Recently.
Didn't think we were going to talk about this,
Yeah,
but all
man,
right.
3 times,
Just
bro.
talking-
1 sesh.
Yeah, fucking make it bang.
Yeah, fucking make it bang, bro. 3 times, 1 sesh, bro.
Before I went
Fucking
boom
cow.
once. Yeah.
Fucking cow lost a lot of nutrients, bro.
I need 2 bananas.
Yeah,
Those fucking
they're
potassium levels were so low.
Potassium, lost a lot of potassium in a puffer, bro.
I got a big fish on the line, bro.
Yeah, I needed to eat some fucking drench
I've
of
never
orange juice,
truly
bro.
worked with an overly sales guy. Only once. Mm-hmm. And he was. All right, I'll tell the story.
Okay.
So I've done sales jobs. Basically, it's my nature.
Your
It's
ting.
It's my thing.
Your ting.
I just I'm comfortable with it. I'm a bullshitter. So
Okay.
there was this guy I worked with, and when I got hired, he's just super frank. This is my first job. He's just like, "How old are you?" And I'm like, 22. He goes, "Fresh." He's like, "Are you comfortable talking to people?" I'm like, "Yeah, talking to you right now." That's what I said. He's just like, "Get it?" He goes, "You got a little spunk to you." He goes, "Let me tell you a story about a guy I knew." And I'm like, I can tell this is going to be a fucking long story, but all right. It wasn't that long. He goes, "This guy's been in sales for about 6 years, okay? I got to be honest, man." He goes, "He was here for about 2 years longer than I thought he was going to be, and he was only here for 2 years." That's how And I'm like, all right, so he wasn't very good at his job. He goes, "No. The thing was that he was amazing at his job. It's just when he got in front of people, he kind of lost it." He goes, "His name was Frank. Frank, we always used to joke. Frank always used to give really good phone. Like, he was just a good phone guy. Like, he'd get on the phone, and he'd be like, 'Hey, I'm Frank from so-and-so. I'd like to talk to you about this, blah, 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 this.' And it's just like, yeah. And then he would just set up meetings.
Good script.
Yeah.
Good script.
Not even a script. He just was a good talker. He goes, fucking throw him in front of a person, eye to eye, Iceman.
Frank folded.
Frozen.
Wow.
Just like, he sounded like a broken CD. That's
Yeah.
what he said. He goes, he sounded like a broken CD, skipping, just breaking. Every time he tried to talk to a person, he could never close. He was just nervous. He goes, put him on a phone, fucking book you 35 appointments if you wanted to.
Wow.
And that's why I said, Frank, I said, if he was a cunnilingus man, he'd give the best phone you've ever had. And that was my first interaction with this guy.
Okay.
Yep. If he's a cunnilingus man, he give you the best phone you've ever had.
Wow.
Yeah, and I said, I am aroused. I want to fuck this guy right now. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So that's when I learned that I am also a good phone guy. But I'm also comfortable talking in front of people. And I was like, maybe I can make a career out of this. Or at least, a mild living. Like
A mild living.
A mild living.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So Frank gave good phone.
Frank gave good,
Gave good phone.
That made me laugh. Frank gave good phone. I love that. It still sticks to me today. I tell that story all the time. It's just like, you got any good sales stories? You want to tell me about this? And it's just like, let me tell you about Frank. Frank gave good phone.
Frank gave good phone. So
Get him in front of a person, cold. Chop a redwood down in the forest. Just
So, where do we leave off though on our topics?
I mean, there's so many theories. The moral of the story is that, like, for people like us, like you're a fairly healthy, young man,
Yeah.
strapping young lad.
Yeah, sure.
So you're not
Obese.
high. Yeah, you're not.
But,
you're not obese.
Obese.
You're a big boy.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm categorically obese.
Okay. By BMI, I don't trust that shit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You got a good smile and you got a good attitude about you.
Thank
so it helps. Me, I am an incubation chamber. Like I should be in a bubble. Mm-hmm. Like I have immuno issues. Like I have pre-existing conditions. I'm basically like code red.
Okay.
Besides the fact that I'm not over 50 or over 60, I should say.
Yeah, yeah.
So the fact that like anything, like I probably shouldn't leave my house. I'm not going to, but
Nah. Listen, take your vitamins.
takes vitamins. That shit doesn't work. Yeah. You're essentially when somebody says take your vitamins, you're just taking spices, like spices that don't work.
Yeah. I mean, just just take your vitamins.
Yeah. I was
eat your vegetables.
Yeah. I'll sidebar. I'll give him credit. It was Mark Maron said this in his stand-up special I was watching. He goes, the kind of people that approach you and ask you if you're taking your turmeric, don't trust them. Yeah. You take your turmeric today? The turmeric? The Indian spice?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's the kind of people that the vitamin peddlers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch.
Take your turmeric?
Yeah. Now, check that before I shit on turmeric. Helpful.
Okay.
If you take it by itself. Like,
Yeah.
dilute turmeric in water and just drink it.
Okay.
Okay? It's going to taste terrible. Your tummy's going to feel good for a little bit, though.
Really? Never done it before.
It's as simple as it sounds.
Okay.
Okay? The things that they say are anti-inflammatories, they truly are.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
I drink a tea that's turmeric and ginger.
Okay.
Okay? That's it.
Okay.
Hot water, turmeric, ginger. Okay?
Okay.
Stomach feels good. Like, not immediately, but like 10 minutes after I drink it,
Yeah.
I feel like lighter.
Okay.
Just it kills the bad stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff is fine. The guy that's peddling it, I don't trust I don't trust that guy at all.
I don't trust that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Young man,
It's
I don't
mostly,
trust you. I'm going to shoot you.
yeah. Exactly.
But speaking of guys, though, peddling cures, you hear about what happened to Alex Jones? Yeah. the silver toothpaste, super blue toothpaste.
He'll sell you anything, man.
Yeah, yeah. And he'll tell you that the silver, there was some other televangelist that was peddling some supplement.
Wasn't Osteen, was it?
No.
Did you see his video that he put out with him and his wife just talking about coronavirus?
No.
Oh my god, it's adorable. So he's looking leathery old now. So he's got like
Really?
he's got like the.
So that hurricane in Houston didn't treat him well.
I don't think so. But the video he's putting out, he's just like, hey y'all, I just want to tell you, it's going to be a tough time, but we're going to get through this, and we're going to be here with the Lord's light, and He's going to be our saving grace through this coronavirus. Let me tell you, and donate $5 today too.
Of course.
Yeah, he's just a happy-go-lucky guy.
Hold on, he's got to be on Instagram. He's Joel.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's probably got 20 billion followers.
I don't think he is.
Really?
Joel Osteen.
Go on Twitter. He's got the videos on Twitter.
Okay.
So.
I'm looking for him though.
Yeah, Joel. Joel Osteen. Just filling in the gaps right now. Filling in the gaps.
Joel Osteen. Here we go. Oh, here it is.
And that God has you in the palm of his hand. None of this is a surprise to him. I encourage you to live out of a place of faith, a place of trust.
Is this it?
Yeah.
It's easy to watch all the news and kind of get
Oh,
worried
Joel.
and upset. What's going to happen? Let me tell you, God's got this. He's armed you with strength for every battle.
Wow,
I've
Joel.
learned a place of peace is a place of power. So stay in that peace, and I know you're going to see God's goodness and feel his presence.
Yeah. Stay connected to your faith. This is the time to really lean into God. Let him speak to you personally.
Lean into him.
You know, this is a time that we can shine light in the darkness. Light shines the best when it's dark. So I know that God's got a plan in all this for you.
Line
Don't
shines
worry,
best when it's
don't
dark. Of
fret.
course it does. It's
Stand
light.
in faith. Stay connected to God. We want to bring hope and love and peace to you. Listen, you're going to make
Donate
it. God
$5
loves you.
today.
We love you. God bless.
Victoria and I want you to know
Now,
Here's a tier. Now, there's a 1-800 number.
what Sister Victoria declined to tell you was, we have a number that we want you to dial. 1-800-665-2432. And we want you to give to our worthy cause. $5 is all you have to give for the blessings to shine down on you. Listen, folks, these are trying times. Hard on all of us. Many of you are working from home. Many of you are worried about your children, your health, your finances. But we just want you to give to the Church of Righteous Assumption. We want you to give deep to the Church of Righteous Assumption.
Righteous assumption.
I just made that up. I want you to
It
give deep
makes such sense, though.
to the Church of Righteous Assumption. We have an ATM in our vestibule. Instead of cash and receipts, it prints out Bible verses. The money goes directly to our financial office in the church.
In the church, of course, from the basement.
Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Oh my God! But the real thing that I was getting at earlier when I was talking about the restaurants was like it's not cliche at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you have to support your local restaurants at this point because they ain't got no other choice.
No.
You got to feed them.
Yeah.
And when they got in the restaurant business, I'm pretty sure they weren't expecting this.
Yeah.
So, like, if you have the choice, so the big thing now is, like, chain restaurants are giving you, like, free delivery on, like, all of the major,
Yeah.
like, food delivery services. Like, that's fine. If you need yourself a KFC $20 bucket, like, go ahead and just go crazy and just,
Sure.
like, bathe yourself in chicken. Like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Just put some mayonnaise on my titties. Let's put that mac and cheese.
Stuff it in.
What are you doing with that extra side of mac and cheese? It's like, I'm going to put it in my ass, I think.
Oh, fuck this macaroni and cheese.
But for real, like, go to your local restaurants and just
Little
little takeout order.
Give me a large macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna fuck it. It's nice and warm.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I just want a mac and cheese.
I just like a macaroni and cheese, please. Sir, I thought you said something about having intercourse with this macaroni and cheese. No, I didn't.
No?
I didn't. No. I didn't say anything about fucking this macaroni and cheese.
I'm quarantined. What do you want me to do, all right?
What you want me to do? Day 3 of quarantine.
Yeah, that's the last
I haven't
thing.
had sex in 6 months.
That's the last thing, okay? For the love of God, all right? Love of them that is holy.
Uh-huh.
Boys, lady boys, if you're home,
Lady boys.
if you're home during this trying time,
Uh-huh.
you're working at home, for the gods above and everything, stop saying you're not quarantined.
You're not quarantined. You are working from
You are
home.
working from home.
You're not forced to report anywhere.
No.
You haven't been contacted by guys in hazmat suits.
That's a quarantine.
That is a
There's a
quarantine.
movie. It's called Quarantine.
Yeah.
That's what quarantine looks like.
Yeah.
You watch
That is not
You watch the movie
quarantine.
Outbreak? That's a quarantine.
Yes. You're not quarantined.
No.
Quarantine is when you
are
have to stay in your house alone.
Yeah.
Or you have to report to a specific place where you have to stay there for a predetermined amount of time.
That is a quarantine.
Nobody's allowed to come in and out. You have to stay there until that time is over.
What you're doing is practicing social distancing.
Yes.
Which is
that is the idea behind forcing people to work from home is social distancing.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I've been practicing it for years.
I feel bad though for people that aren't in long-term relationships or
Can get a little lonely.
weren't picked up during cuffing season this year. Now that we're starting to come out
Still
of
a
cuffing
free agent
season.
during cuffing season.
Yeah. Cuffing season 2019-2020 is just about over at this
I
point.
know, and I got to tell you, boys, like if you really listen, like people are really leaning into the hashtag coronavirus and COVID-19.
Yeah.
If you lean into that hashtag cuffing season, you're a
Uh-huh.
single boy and you're lonely in a big city right now.
I'm lonely and horny in a
No,
big city.
no, don't take that angle. Like, don't get.
Lonely, but I fuck this mac and
Yeah,
cheese.
don't start fucking like bowls of mac and cheese, or like.
It's warm.
Or don't get like a $20 fill-up box at or $20 family meal at KFC.
Fuck this bucket of chicken.
It just start fucking all of the food. The coleslaw's so cold. It's a nice juxtaposition of the mac and cheese.
I like to call it a speedball, switching from hot to cold.
There are gonna be people that do that.
I'm sure there's a guy out there that
yeah.
like
There's an
you know,
odd lane of TikTok that's just like
fucks
what do you
random
do?
side
Yeah.
items at KFC, and he switches between the mac and cheese and the coleslaw.
I
switches
have a
from
guy.
hot to cold.
I'm thinking of this guy. So the mashed potatoes at KFC
Okay.
are always lukewarm. I've always kind of noticed.
yes.
And then you add the gravy that's almost too hot.
Oh, the gravy is liquid fire.
I know.
And
But that's the lubricant for this guy.
the reason why is because heat just travels so much faster through a liquid. That's why. Was the gravy is the mashed potatoes are just about a solid.
Yeah, and then you add the
gravy's
gravy to it, and
liquid.
it's just like water. Like,
Yeah.
it becomes
It's
this
just hot
Just becomes this
water.
hot brown moat. Like,
Damn near boiling water.
it's damn,
But I'm just saying.
it's damn near boiling.
But for the boys at home, if you're gonna fuck the KFC mashed potato, just fuck the mashed potatoes. Don't add the gravy. You're gonna burn
Little
your dick.
bit at a time.
You're gonna burn your dick.
You're gonna get 3rd-degree dick burns.
Yeah, I broke my dick.
You're gonna go to the ER, and people are like, "You here for COVID?" And you'd be like, "No, actually, I burnt my dick on
Burnt my dick.
on KFC brown gravy." Believe it or
So
not.
then you're gonna sit in the emergency room for 14 plus hours with a burnt dick. Don't
go-
you feel dumb?
Just go home and ice bath.
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
but
3rd-degree dick burn.
Third
Skin
degree-
starts spilling off your dick.
3rd-degree dick burn. So can you tell me what happened? Okay, so they threw out this. So you obviously know what's going on. So there was. I just imagine the guy that's like over assumptive. And the guy that just has to explain to the doctor exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what's going on. Okay,
So I've been working from home for the last couple days. And I'll be honest, Doc, I'm horny.
it's cuffing
so-
season's over.
Cuffing season's over. I didn't get picked up.
I got a
unfortunately
free delivery from KFC.
Yeah.
From Grubhub.
from Grubhub. So
I ordered a $20 family meal.
I figured I'd order food for like a couple days. It's just me living in my apartment alone. So I ordered the 20-piece with
20 piece.
I ordered the 20-piece meal with four large sides, and the mashed potatoes are looking pretty appealing. So, in a moment of desperation, I decided to insert my penis into the large side of mashed potatoes, Doc. And the doctor is sitting there, like, trying with every bit of professionalism he has in here to, like, hold it together. And then he was like, okay. Doesn't want to ask why. He just wants to know, like, okay.
What? So why are you here?
So he's like, well, hold on, Doc. So here's what happened. So it's feeling good. But I'm like, well, what if I add the gravy to the mashed potatoes and I didn't realize how hot the gravy was? Long story short, Doc, I burnt my penis on KFC gravy.
and the thing is, though, is that although he's kind of listening to himself, he goes, "This is very similar to that mac and cheese case we had last week."
And the doctor's just sitting there like, I see.
He goes, "I know HIPAA, and we have physician and patient confidentiality. I got to tell you, though, we had a guy in here last week that tried to fuck a Stouffer's mac and cheese, and he clipped one of the burnt edges."
Nah, but you know what that level of boredom reminds me of? I remember a few years ago I saw this video online, right? It's called Glass Ass. You ever see that one?
You've seen Glass Ass?
Okay.
Oh my God.
For the uninitiated boys, Glass Ass is a video that went around the internet.
Oh, that is old school.
In like 2009.
Yeah, we were in college. We were in college,
yeah. And the video starts out with it's just like the nether regions of a man. You see like his flaccid penis, uncircumcised, of course. Duh. And his scarred asshole, mangled scarred asshole.
Yeah, he's had a time.
This is a battle tested gay. You can tell. Like just all the fucking scars and scratches on this man's asshole. You can tell this butthole's seen some wars, okay, son? So anyway,
it began at the War of 1812, and it started progressively getting worse from there.
Yeah. Like this one survived Stonewall, bro. Like this is a
yeah.
So anyway, this guy has a glass jar, and it's a pretty good sized glass jar, and he begins easing like into this glass jar, like sitting on this glass jar is going into his asshole. And he gets probably about 3/4 of the way into putting this glass jar in his ass, and it breaks. And suddenly, like, you see fucking blood just start pouring out of his ass because, fucking mason jar just broke inside this dude's asshole. This is not what suburban white women that want to be country envisioned when they thought of mason jars. So anyway,
I put my salad dressings in there.
I make centerfolds for weddings, centerpieces for weddings. Okay, not what they thought about. So this guy just starts, calm. You don't see his face; you just see his dick, balls, and scarred asshole. And he just starts digging the fucking big, like, glass shards out of his ass, getting as many out as he can. And then suddenly you just hear him yell, like, "Ah, fuck!" And then just like he gets up, walks away, the camera cuts off.
Yep.
This was peak internet shock, which we had a lot of those shock videos when we were in like high school and college.
Oh, yeah. That one in particular.
Yeah. And really, I'm sure like a
really
doctor will bring that up.
Yeah.
Like,
I had to show it to somebody and be like, "I don't think you believe me. I got to show you."
Yeah, like Glass Ass, which I'm sure it's out there somewhere on the internet still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In the anals of the internet.
Anals. Haha. Yeah, but Glass Ass was a thing. So we've got Glass Ass. We got a guy that burnt his penis on KFC mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Good for him. I mean, listen, you got to pass the time somehow.
Remember Kids in the Sandbox?
Yes.
Also, for the uninitiated boys, Kids in the Sandbox.
We're telling you,
video.
yeah, we're doing YouTube deep cuts right now.
This ain't even YouTube. This wasn't allowed on YouTube.
Okay, well,
too hot for YouTube. Too hot for TV.
We're just doing internet deep cuts at this point.
I think
so. If your interneting gets a little mundane, during your home quarantine. Or
because this is
non-quarantine,
your stuff.
Yeah, your social distancing. Mm-hmm. Just watch this. Yeah, you can't watch this at the office. Might as well do it while you're home.
Yeah, watch Kids in the Sandbox at home.
You'll see.
Yeah, I'm not even going to tell you guys what it is. If you made it this far through the podcast,
Kids in the Sandbox. Just watch it.
Yeah, Kids in the Sandbox.
You're gonna love it.
Remember Lemon Party?
Yeah.
Goatsy?
Of course I do. So just we can talk about this shit all day.
You remember Goatsy?
Goatsy. The lemon. No, Goatsy.
You
No.
remember Goatsy?
No, I don't actually.
Tub Girl?
Oh, yes.
No, Goatsy is different than Tub Girl.
Wait, they're not the same person?
No. Goatsy and Tub Girl, two different things.
Tub Girl I do remember. Goatsy I don't.
You don't remember Goatsy?
No.
Look it up. So anyway, boys, I think we.
One more thing, we got to go.
Oh,
Then we got to leave.
Okay.
Okay. 2020 is a weird time.
yeah,
It's been a weird year.
yeah.
Okay. We lost some legends. Lost Kobe.
Yep.
You know, we're going to lose some other people because of Corona.
We lost Pop Smoke.
We did.
Not Corona related.
Not Corona related.
He met the Woo. Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
He did. It's just going to be weird for me to see Tom Brady not in a Patriots jersey. We have to talk about it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He's going to play. He's going to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is like the last team in the world besides the Detroit Lions. I thought he played for.
Yeah. Well, even then, I mean, they got Jameis Winston.
But he threw 100. He's still currently throwing interceptions. Like he threw 30 last year.
Threw an
You know how
interception
hard it is. He was.
Which is weird because they actually have a great receiver core
Do you know?
in Tampa.
Jameis Winston walked into his local Publix, and he was, and because he has it like that, he bought a lot of toilet paper. And when he was just dicking around in the aisle, he was throwing toilet paper. That got intercepted. Wow. That's how many interceptions Jameis Winston threw last year.
Damn.
He threw 30.
Damn.
He almost led the league in touchdown passes and interceptions. Unprecedented.
Touchdown passes to the other team.
It got so frustrating that his coach, who I love, Bruce Arians, I got to tell you, boys, if you want to do some, you got some time on your hands. You're going to be watching some deep cut anything. Amazon
because
Prime.
you don't have to hide from your boss anymore.
Exactly.
You can just put in your net 3 hours of work a day.
You're going to net about 2.5 hours of work.
Yeah.
Put your laptop down on your computer, or put your laptop down on your table. Watch every All or Nothing.
Just leave your emails open on your browser and refresh it periodically.
Exactly. Perfect. Life. Home hacks.
Yeah.
What you do, go back, watch every All or Nothing on Amazon Prime. It's basically the NFL walkthrough seasons. Watch the season with the Arizona Cardinals. This is when I fell in love with Bruce Arians, who's the current head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's why. He's got two things that I love. A Southern draw with attitude. Those are my two things, okay?
Okay.
He's got this thing. He always wears one of those Kangol hats. He's very stylish. Everything is very like dudded up and dressed in the nines. He's just a handsome old man.
Okay.
But he's got this like very like approachable. You'll see who you'll know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
You do not know this man?
Let me see. Tampa Bay.
He is so approachable, but also mildly aggressive that there's no way you can't hate him. Like we watched this program.
Yes.
My girlfriend is like falling in love with this guy. She goes, I fucking love him. And I'm just like, I do too. I absolutely love him. I think, but look at him. He's handsome as shit, man.
Handsome as shit. It's a good looking older man.
Yeah. So, you know.
You'd have sex with him.
Absolutely.
And he'd make you barbecue.
Here's the thing is that he has this speech. And this team is good. Like the year that he's the coach of the Arizona Cardinals, they go to the NFC Championship game. They get waxed by Carolina by 100.
Of course.
But they're good this year. And he has this speech. And I think it's how they open the show. And he's just like, he keeps like looking at his finger. And he's just like, I got an itchy finger. All right. He goes, why do we do this? He goes, I'm here for the rings, the championship ring. He goes, you going to go out there and get me a ring? and they're like, yeah. He goes, this is the thing. He goes, it's glitz and glam, it's trophy, it's big money, it's big paychecks. He goes, you guys are a bunch of big, strong boys out here going out, winning games, doing your thing. And you know what? You get your money, you get your cars, you get your ladies, you get everything you need. But it's all about that ring. That championship ring. and he's like stroking his finger like a mob boss.
Matthew McConaughey with a Kangol line.
For real. And I'm just like, I'm getting McConaughey vibes. And he's just like, you gonna give me that ring? Let's go get that ring.
Damn.
And I'm just like, this
dick
guy
just got hard.
I'm just saying. I was like, I'm gonna run through a fucking wall through this guy. Like, I'll run through 3 walls.
Yeah. You want me to fuck this mashed potatoes, coach?
Yeah, you fuck those mashed potatoes. You gonna give me that ring? You fuck the shit out of those mashed potatoes.
Yeah. I'll fuck the taters, coach.
Like that was.
Got you, bud.
He is just so like. He goes, you got to treat your body like you're a sports car. Treat your body like you're a sports car. Yeah. Pretend you know what you're talking about. Go give me that ring. I'm gonna
get the ring. I'm gonna fuck these mashed potatoes, coach.
I'm gonna fuck these hot gravy and mashed potatoes, coach.
I'll blow the gravy, make sure it cools off a little bit, but I'll fuck the taters, coach.
That'd be funny if he was like walking one of his players like through that. It's just like, listen, before you insert your dick into the mashed potatoes, make sure the gravy cools down a little bit.
Get it hard. Get it hard. Now take the gravy. Blow. Now, while holding the gravy in your left hand, you're going to use your right hand to insert your penis into these mashed potatoes. Don't touch that gravy yet. In fact, with your left hand, take the gravy, blow. And continue giving deliberate, slow strokes to the taters while holding the gravy in your left hand.
And this is what...
Oh, but the gravy? It's still hot.
Still hot.
Blow.
Blow.
And then after like 2 minutes in, you're just like, okay. Now you're going to get ready to come for me, baby. Pour the simmering, not boiling anymore, gravy onto the mashed potato and penis concoction that you've concocted over the last 2 minutes.
The simmering, not boiling hot gravy.
Warm, nice and hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hot like your mother's apple pie on a Sunday morning. Ooh.
This brown Mount Vesuvius you've created.
Ooh. Now, what I need you to do for me is add the nice vanilla ice cream on top of the mashed potatoes. That's your cum, daddy.
That's not where I thought this was going.
Oh, no?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
So, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, yeah, he's a Patriot. There's a lot of shit that's gone down. You know, you can read about it, boys. But
What, you mean an old man from Boston is retiring to Florida? Oh, it never happens. So,
color me shocked.
Yeah.
He's not even that old. He's only like 42.
I
Like
mean,
he's,
NFL years,
Yeah.
he might as well die from coronavirus.
oh, Jesus.
Whoa. That
All
was
right.
dark.
That was
Sorry.
dark. All right, Tom. Well,
Sorry.
Travel safe. Tampa Bay's got a lovely yacht scene. It's warm there.
The Tampa Bay yacht scene.
Yeah.
He's probably in it.
I got this feeling that I think he's migrating to Tampa Bay because there's a lot of Bostonians that like have gone there. And
It's just better on the joints.
it's
this
better on
time
the
of
joints.
year.
It's warmer. It's better for him. But
Yeah.
also it's like, I think at like a Tampa Bay home game, there's still going to be like these transplanted Bostonians that are just like, it's fucking Tommy ball game.
TB12.
TB12. It's going to
So-
be dropping dimes
Yeah,
and
but
nickels on
also-
everybody.
But also in like his arrogance that he's definitely earned, he's like, listen,
I'm trying to prove myself.
postseason football in the Northeast is too cold.
Go to Florida.
I'm going to Florida. It's warmer.
Giselle will like it. Yeah.
But also, we're gonna see something because what I don't even know I don't know any fucking thing about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, they play in Tampa Bay.
Who do they play against? Like who's their?
So they play in the NFC South. So
Yep.
they'll play New Orleans, Carolina, and Atlanta
Okay,
twice.
so
you're gonna
good
get
division.
yes. So you're
Okay.
gonna get you get Drew Brees, Tom Brady twice a year. That'll be fun. Cam Newton is not going to be a Carolina Panther anymore.
No, he's
because
leaving.
they signed Teddy Two Gloves today.
Yeah,
Teddy Bridgewater, who is my favorite comeback story. Almost
Yeah.
had his leg ripped off
Yeah.
during a practice, and he's now
and they play Atlanta.
yeah, they get to see Matt Ryan and Tom Brady twice a year. It's fun.
Well, he gets to see Matt Ryan and Drew Brees twice a year. Now, and my theory about why the New England Patriots were so good for so long is because their division wasn't that good.
Was dog shit. I mean,
Yeah. So it's like
God, how happy?
How
How happy are Buffalo
Dolphins?
Bills fans today?
Yeah.
Oh my God, waking up being like, oh, what just happened?
We have a chance.
Yeah.
Because they
They
pretty
do.
much
They
have
win the
same
division.
team
Jesus,
coming
yeah,
back.
yeah. And they got Stephon Diggs from Minnesota as well. So.
Yeah. So it's suddenly like, okay, we don't have to play. Well, we still play New England twice a year, but like fucking Tom fucking Brady is
New England minus Tom Brady. Like what?
Yeah.
we don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, we don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing: everybody talks about the Patriot way and how basically Bill Belichick is just plug and play.
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick is just plug and play. You get in, you do your job, you perform. If you don't do your job, then you're out. Nobody's more important than the program. Everybody just plays. But the thing is that Tom Brady's been part of that program for the last 20 years. How do they recover? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is. At the end of the day, boys, just
Rest in peace to a Jameis Crab's Legs Winston.
yeah. Well, besides that, stay safe out there. Wash your damn hands. Wash your hands. Keep your social distancing.
Well, I'm sorry, Jameis Winston's career.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
would it be the Patriot thing for him to just like go to New England and just like they're like, oh, we'll just trade quarterbacks. We'll take Jameis and we'll turn him into an all-pro.
Last in New England.
I don't think so either. But what if he just like he got the opportunity and he's just like, Coach, I will change my attitude, and then he just turns into like a really like even a halfway decent like Donovan McNabb type of quarterback.
Okay.
Like just very serviceable for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Wins but doesn't win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like great regular season record, but like
win but doesn't win.
Can't really produce in the
like
postseason.
Gets to the NFC Championship
counts.
game like a lot and like doesn't win it. You know?
Yeah, just doesn't. No. Deep into the postseason, just never
like,
wins those
like an uncomfortable amount of time.
2 games that count.
Yeah, well,
you know,
we'll see. It could happen.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, boys, we're open-ended. We don't know if we're going to be back next week. We don't know if we're going to be sequestered to our homes.
We don't know.
But at the end of the day, we want everybody to stay safe. Nationwide, internationally, wherever you're listening to us.
Man. Trump is doing a great job taking care of this.
Absolutely.
Did
you his last press conference, he basically just left.
He's doing a great job.
Bang up job.
He even said he's taking no responsibility for this as our commander-in-chief.
Yeah,
Wow.
We're not a political podcast, but he's he's kind of a he's not great. Not great.
He's doing a great job.
He's not doing great.
Something tells me that you've gotten in political arguments with your mom's boyfriends before.
Oh, absolutely, and I've won them.
Yeah,
because I'm smarter. Because I use logic.
Read this.
Yeah,
read this.
It's not even a read this situation.
How about this? I'm going to pull up this video on YouTube.
But not even that. I just use my brain and I use my like general like.
I got a brain,
what I do,
a dick, and a heart.
Here's what I do: is I usually take like excerpts of speeches, and I play them, and I go, "What did you hear?" And then I listen to their side of the argument, and then I go, "Let me tell you why you're wrong." And it's pretty effective, actually.
Okay.
Because what will happen is they'll get in such a fiery rage about the thing I'm going to say next that I haven't said yet. I already know I won.
Yeah.
Because they're so angry and passionate. They're like, well, he's done this, he's done this. It's like, we're not talking about that. We're focusing on this.
This one speech that he made.
I don't give a shit if he did this for the economy or if he did this for, whatever.
Here's one of the things. We're
not talking about that.
But one of the things that you can judge your leaders on is how they perform under pressure, specifically when they're being questioned about something they did.
Yeah, and it's the same recycled stuff.
Here's the thing is, whether you agree, it doesn't matter who the leader is, whether you agree or you disagree with the leader in their ultimate decision, it's how they responded. If they just straight up say, this was our thinking at the time with the information we had, and we decided to go this way, and then things went that way, fine. But if it turns into I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? You could talk to so-and-so. He did that. And it's like, nah, nigga, we looking at you. Like, you're the one whose name is on this whole shit. We're looking at you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the blame has to be placed on somebody.
Right.
And I don't know if you knew this, but you're the president of the United States.
Right.
And you're kind of the one we blame for this stuff.
For this sort of thing where, a lot of shit's happening once and decisions need to be made quickly, we're not looking at Congress. We're looking at you, boo-boo.
Yeah.
Because we all know Congress, nothing's going to happen.
No.
It takes way too long to steer the ship. Mm-hmm. Where, decisions have to be made by hundreds of people before anything happens.
For real.
Right. Whereas president, it's you crack a whip and people get in line. So, yeah.
And politics.
Politics with the boys.
Politicking with the boys.
Strictly politicking with the boys.
Strictly politicking.
With the boys.
With the boys.
Yeah.
Any hoodles. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that you got to do. Okay. If you're working at home, just find yourself a lot of shows. Yep. In the 8 hours of work that you're supposedly doing.
Yeah. No one's doing 8 hours of work.
If you do half of that, you're a goddamn saint.
Oh man, you were super busy. If it takes you half of that time to actually do your work, you're fucking busy.
I'm expecting
bro.
a lot of really good TikTok curations and a lot of like really good,
Absolutely.
a lot of good gramming.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
fire Instagram stories.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna take a lot of pictures of my cat. My cats were just all over me today. They were like, "What are you doing here?
He's home.
What is going on?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. You're
Yeah.
going to be here for how long?" That's the thing about cats. Is like dogs, they'll just be like, "Oh my god, you're here! Oh my god, you're here all the time." The cats will be like, "So you going back to work or like
Feeling this out?
yeah? What's going on?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Like,
don't know.
I noticed you've been home a lot recently, but like, what the
Is
fuck?
everything okay?
Like, what the fuck's going on?
Are we
Like,
gonna be homeless soon?
we're trying to plot your demise. Like, why are you here?
Like, we want to kill you.
Yeah, we
go
want-
back to where you go.
Go back to work so we can trip you when you walk down the stairs. Cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The musical.
Yeah.
So, boys.
Stay safe. Be diligent. Wash your damn hands.
Yep. And remember, if you're gonna fuck the mashed potatoes, cool the gravy first.
Cool the gravy first.
Cool the gravy first.
Don't let it congeal, though.
Also, nothing wrong with speedballing a little bit if you want to switch to hot and cold between the mashed potatoes and the coleslaw.
The coleslaw, I gotta tell you, it's a low-key move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, quick aside,
Speedball.
coleslaw at KFC is good.
Oh yeah, it's
I don't
real good.
like a lot of coleslaw.
I used to make it.
I know, but it's they have the ratio is good.
It's a great ratio.
It depends on who's making it sometimes. Though.
Okay, fun fact. Okay, first of all, it's always the
Yeah.
same. Really, the only thing that in fast food in general, the only thing that changes the flavor is the age of the food.
So the time it's been out on the
The
floor.
time it's
Yeah.
been out. Yeah, like if that coleslaw is like a few days old, it's gonna taste kind of funky because it's
Of
just not
course,
really
it's a
fresh anymore.
Day old coleslaw.
Yeah, but otherwise, like what they do is like they have, and I remember this because I used to make the shit. You gotta grab this big ass like Tupperware container that you store your winter clothes in. It's like that size, right?
Like one of those big Sterlite containers.
Yep.
Yeah.
They give you like 2 big bags of lettuce, and then they give you like,
Lettuce or cabbage?
I'm sorry, cabbage. You're right. It's 2 big bags. I don't remember this shit. I was in high school. It's 2 big
You make
bags of
coleslaw before?
cabbage, and they were like this big. And then they give you like a little baggie of onions, carrots, and I might be forget. Oh yeah, a baggie of onions, baggie of carrots, and a baggie of the dressing. And the dressing looks like cum.
Yeah.
Like, but it's for the
lot.
packet. It's a lot of cum. Okay.
It's copious amount.
You dump in the lettuce, the cabbage, the onions. You dump in the cum. So it's a nice salty, vinegary cum mixture. And then you just get in there with the elbow deep gloves like you're inseminating a cow. And you just got to mix the shit up so it's nice. And you just let it sit for about a day, and then bam, coleslaw.
Bam, coleslaw.
Yeah, man, coleslaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it works.
And one lucky boy might put his dick in it at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him, though.
Good for you, man.
Bless him.
Blessings
Yeah.
to you.
So yeah, boys, just remember, if you're gonna fuck the mashed potatoes, make sure the gravy cools first. It's pretty hot.
But cool it down on the coleslaw if you have to.
Cool it down on the coleslaw if you have to. Nothing wrong with a little bit of speedball. Killed John Belushi, but you'll get on.
You'll be fine. Stay home. If you're sick, stay home in
Yes.
general. Just let's
Wash
ride.
your hands.
We're gonna ride this out.
Yep.
We're gonna ride this out. We'll be fine.
Yep.
We're gonna ride this out. We'll be just fine. You're gonna watch a copious amount of television.
Absolutely.
You're gonna watch a lot of stuff.
Recommendation: if you have HBO, McMillions.
Oh, I want to watch it.
Really good.
I've heard.
Really good.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. I have no recommendations. I haven't really been watching too much recently.
Okay.
What have I watched? We talked about Ugly Delicious already. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good shit. Yeah, watch that.
Any anime boys? That time I got reincarnated as slime. That's actually a really good one.
Yep. And if you guys are into wrestling, just watch the WWE Network for the rest of your life because
Bam.
there's everything.
Bam.
So
Okay, boys.
we will talk to you maybe next week.
Maybe.
Unless we are
Oh, that's
basically forced to stay home.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the time that we're forced to stay home and they put speakers outside of our house. It's just like, don't come outside. It's like, Jesus Christ.
It's like wartime propaganda.
Wartime. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be like one of those like V for Vendetta situations where
Yeah.
they're like doing over the loudspeakers, like, do not leave your homes for any
Yeah.
reason. We are under quarantine.
Are there going to be like pictures of Donald Trump wearing like looking really like they're paintings
Yep.
of like Donald Trump propaganda posters? And it was like our fearless leader.
Our fearless
and he's
leader.
looking way too
And
muscular
then
in a
somehow,
suit.
yeah, and then we're gonna get a guy who's just anonymous, and he's gonna start coming over the televisions, and he's just like, "You thought your time was now, but it's our time.
Yeah.
The time for vengeance."
We got like loudspeakers outside, and it's just like some woman with a very calming voice. This is just a drill. Things are going well.
Everything's fine.
America loves you. Fuck the mashed potatoes. So
Yeah, we're gonna have a worldwide pandemic of mashed potato fuckers. That's what's gonna happen.
listen, dude, if you're single and you're hauled up in your apartment right now and it's just you,
Just fuck a hot bowl of mashed potatoes.
you masturbated more times than you care to remember at this point. Like you're just a skeleton at this point. You've lost so many nutrients. You finished Pornhub at this point.
You've beat the game.
You beat the game. You finished Pornhub. You've seen it all. You've done it all.
That's like 17 million videos. How is that possible?
Yeah, dude, did it. It took some time, but you
I'm
know.
waiting for that flex of that guy. You
He's
get
like,
back from work, or you get
uh-huh.
back from being like you're home for like 3 weeks. Let's just say, for example,
Mm-hmm.
you get back to work. Hey man, what'd you do? Finish Pornhub. Wait, what? Excuse me. What did you just say?
Yeah,
Finished
yeah.
it.
Finished it, bro.
Front to back.
Yeah, all of it. All of it. I was
Wow.
like, really? Yeah, I'm working on RedTube right now. Not as much video. It's a quick read.
It's a quick. All right, boys. Stay safe out there.
Yeah.
Wash your hands. We'll talk to you hopefully next week. We will keep you abreast on our social media if anything happens. I like to use those old-timey terms. I'll keep you abreast of the situation.
Breast.
Yeah.
Breast, some gravy.
We will keep you. If you adhere to the social media, you keep your ears ever so gingerly tapped to the ground. We will tell you. We'll keep you abreast of the situation.
Yes.
Stay safe. We'll see you hopefully next week. If not, like I said, check the socials at WineBoysPod, WineBoysPod, and WineBoys@gmail.com. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.